Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dobson High School here in Mesa, Arizona. Thursday Night Football on the air once again here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad to join us this evening. My name is James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, we got a good one for him here tonight. It's the Perry Pumas squaring off against the Dobson Mustangs.
Yeah, Dobson is 0-3 on the season, so they are in desperate need of a victory. They do not want to go 0-4 if they lose again tonight. But Perry, 2-1, they want to obviously increase their record to 3-1. They've been very good on the road so far this season, 2-0, so they would love to extend that to a 3-game road winning streak.
And Dobson, you take a look at them coming in here at 0-3 tonight. These guys have lost 2 really close games this season, and they're looking to notch their first win here of the season.
Yeah, it's tough. When you have those kind of games and they're tough nail-biters and you don't come out on the winning end of them, yeah, it kind of discourages you. But what you know what you need to do? You need to go back to the drawing board, watch the film, go back to practice, which I'm sure they did this entire week. The Mustangs did in preparation for Perry. So let's see if they come out with a more of a concerted effort to get a victory tonight.
Yes, it's going to be a fantastic evening here. It's Military Appreciation Night along with First Responder Appreciation Night. So we're honoring America here, and we're going to play a great night of high school football.
Absolutely. We have a great chance to honor the military and give them some love. And as you mentioned, the first responders, for everything they do for us. We thank you in advance before this game even kicks off for everything you've done for us. Thank you for keeping us safe and allowing us to have the freedoms that we have right now, like the freedom we have to watch some football tonight, James.
Exactly right. You guys are the reason that we're able to come here and do what we love to do here this evening and broadcast some fantastic high school football. It's going to be a great matchup. The Perry Pumas coming in with a high-powered offense, a lot of studs on defense. We talked to those guys at the schedule release show back in June, and Aiden Herring coming off the edge is one of those stalwarts on defense for the Perry Pumas.
Yeah, and on defense and on offense, Jack Ammer is their quarterback, so we are looking for a lot from the 6'2", 200-pound senior. So let's see what he can do to guide his offense. If he can guide his guys up and down the field on a consistent basis tonight and get a lot of scores, maybe that'll put Perry in a good position to win that third game of the season.
It's going to be a fantastic night of football here. We'll step aside, take a short commercial timeout, and come back here for more Epic TNF 2022 right after this. Stay with us. We'll take a short break and come right back to Dick Palace Field right here in Mesa. 78673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa, Arizona. We're about ready for the Dobson Mustangs to square off against the Perry Pumas. James Poovey coming to you alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Apologies tonight. My voice, I'm hoping it makes it through the evening, Ed. I talked to you before the game tonight. You might be calling the play-by-play here before too long, but we'll see how it goes, my friend.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, exactly right.
It'll be fine. Whatever it is, folks, we're all going through some stuff right now. So JP's doing his best to soldier up, and I know he'll do that. And if not, hey, it's on me.
Absolutely. We'll get through this thing one way or another. We got a couple guests with us here as well tonight. Chris is joining us. His daughter Christina out here helping us out as well tonight. And as always, we have Alexis Weiss, our cinematographer, here with us tonight. She's up on top of the booth and providing a great field shot for you. Let's go ahead and cut back to that field shot right now if we could. And we're about ready for kickoff here. We got about 10 more minutes or so before we get this one going. A young season for both these teams, and both these teams kind of feeling their way through it. And the Dobson Mustangs, one of those teams trying to find their identity here.
They are. Again, they're 0-3, 0-1 in the 6A Fiesta section. So it's still it's not too late, James. They still have a good portion of the season to go, and it has to start tonight. They've got to get their first victory of the season. They cannot afford to go 0-4, as I mentioned in the kickoff of the pregame show. They have got to come out tonight and play inspired football for 48 minutes. They've got to play 4 quarters of solid football on all phases. We talk ad nauseum about offense, defense, special teams, everybody having to be in perfect alignment if you expect to win on Thursday night football and beat these Perry Pumas. That's what Dobson has to do on their end to get their first victory.
And one of those guys going to contribute for the Mustangs is quarterback Jordan Legg, 34 of 62 with 337 yards passing in 3 games. Not too shabby. 3 touchdowns as well. Unfortunately, 5 interceptions, but he can also hurt you with his legs, Ed. 12 carries for 55 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns for Jordan Legg. So he's going to be a problem tonight for this Perry Pumas defense.
And then you throw in running back Alan Wallace. He's got 30 rushes for 205 yards, a touchdown. He in the game against Fairfax, in their last game out, he had 162 yards rushing and a touchdown. Then you throw in also running back Jay Sean Kinney. He's got 26 rushes for 224. He's got a long of 80. So they've got playmakers on offense. You mentioned on defense, they've got players all over this field. Deshaun Shepard, he's got 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brody Shaughnessy has got 6 catches for 53 yards. And you mentioned the defense. As a defense, they've got 12.5 sacks on the season, 15 quarterback hurries, 4 interceptions, and 6 passes defense. So they'll get after you on defense. Their offense is there. They just have to put it all together, play a complete game of football to get that very first victory of the season.
We mentioned it. They played a couple teams really close here in the early portion of the season, and you can't count these Mustangs out against these Pumas. And when you talk about the Perry Pumas, under the direction of Coach Joe Ortiz in his first season coming over from a very successful Cactus Cobras program, and he has already put his imprint on this Perry Pumas football squad.
Of course. He comes over here, and he just, as you mentioned, he brings in his style of football, and, of course, he wants to mold the culture in the way he wants to see fit for his football team, and it's working so far. Again, a 2-1 record. They haven't hit 6A Premier football play yet, but so it just starts here tonight for them in Mesa to continue, get a third victory, and get that confidence continuing to roll as they get ready for Mesquite next Friday night.
I'm really excited to watch these bookend defensive ends for Perry play here tonight. Aiden Herring, we've talked about him all offseason. Then Kyle Bartnick, he's a problem as well off the other edge for Perry.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's players all over this field for both football teams, so it should be an entertaining night of football, folks. Let me tell you that.
Let's take another commercial timeout, and we'll come right back here to Mesa's Dick Palace Field right after this, and we'll be about ready for kickoff between the Mustangs and the Perry Pumas. Stay with us here on the Epic Sports Network.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa. Epic TNF 2022 on the air. So glad you joined us here this evening from Dobson High School in Mesa. James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. We mentioned it earlier, Ed. It's Military Appreciation Night here, and a beautiful view of the Stars and Stripes right now. So many flags out on the field. Both teams carrying flags out. It's majestic here.
It really is. When you see the Stars and Stripes, such a beautiful flag that represents this country, and to think of its significance. And we thank, again, the military in all branches and the first responders who do what they do to protect our freedoms and allow us, again, to do what we do, have fun in life, and really not worry about life, because we know they have us protected, that we can come out to a football game like this and actually enjoy it knowing that we're safe because they're taking care of us. We have to honor that.
You know, it's quite humbling, Ed, especially in the current times that we're in. A lot of people around the world right now not able to enjoy the freedoms that you just spoke of, whether that be people over in Ukraine or you know, other nations around the world. We're very grateful for what the men and women of our armed forces and our first responders as well do for us every day.
Absolutely, JP. We are so blessed to live in such a wonderful country, and to again have these freedoms, to have the ability to come out to a football game on a beautiful night here in Mesa, Arizona, and enjoy some great football and just have fun and just, you know, just let our minds be free of everything else that we're living through in our lives, JP. We can come out here for a few hours, watch some football, and just let it all go.
Just escape, right?
Yeah, just escape for a few hours, and then we can get back to life.
Enjoy the pureness of high school football
Right.
before these kids get involved with all the NIL stuff that's going on now, and you know, this, that, and the other. It's still in its purest form right here.
It is, and to be able to showcase these young men on both sides of on both of these organizations, it is phenomenal to have these kids come out here and showcase them on Thursday Night Football, to let the country, let the world know, because obviously we're on YouTube. This is a worldwide broadcast, so people around the world can see the talent level that Dobson High School has and Perry High School has. As we look at the color guard coming out, and they're bringing out the flags, the state of Arizona, Old Glory.
We'll go ahead and be quiet here for a couple of minutes and give you a little bit of ambient audio as we get ready for the national anthem and the kickoff tonight between the Mustangs and the Pumas. A scene that can't help but give you chills if you're an American citizen, and especially I can only imagine if you've served this great country before. I thank you for your service, Mr. Ed Cole.
Absolutely.
Being a former Marine.
My pleasure. Hoorah.
We're about ready for some football, my friend. Mustangs and Pumas doing battle here tonight in the 6A. We're going to step aside, take a very short commercial timeout, and come right back here for kickoff between the Mustangs and the Pumas right after this. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on the Epic Sports Network.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
You see their thumbs up?
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa, Arizona. We're about ready for kickoff between the Mustangs and the Perry Pumas. So glad you joined us here on the Epic Sports Network. The Perry Pumas taking the field. The captains are at midfield right now for the coin toss. Dobson, it looks like, has won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. There you see quarterback Jordan Legg right there on the end. Jay Sean Kinney also out there for the Mustangs. Elias Murray, as well as Michael Delegati. So the Mustangs have elected to receive.
They have.
So we will get things started here with Dobson on offense here to begin our ball game. Let's recognize our officiating crew here tonight. Our referee is Mr. Joel Holmes. Our line judge this evening is John Tomsich. Our side judge is James Cobb. Our umpire this evening, Brian Douglas. Head linesman is David Regulo. Field judge is Stephen Smith. And our back judge this evening, Mr. Ryan Golden.
It's going to be a fun one tonight, James.
It should be good.
Got a feeling in the air. It's going to be a good game of football tonight between Dobson and Perry. Again, Dobson, folks, 0-3 on the season. They are in desperate need of a victory. Cannot go to 0-4 tonight. They've got to come and find a way to scrape and claw out a victory tonight to go 1-3. Get that first victory, get that 0 off the board, and get a 1 up there.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what they want to do here. A beautiful new field here tonight for Dobson as well. Brand new this season. They got it installed literally just a couple of weeks ago. It was finished, and it sure does look miraculous. They redid the lights here season before last, and now with the new field, it's a different ambiance here at Dobson.
And that's the thing we talked about. It's about the facilities. Chris and I talked about it. You and I talked about it. It's about the field and the lighting and the locker room and just the whole atmosphere of an entire program. That'll bring out the recruits, the people that want to come play here at Dobson. If you get a field that's beautiful like this and you can welcome these young men in here, of course they're going to want to come play here.
Deshaun Shepard and Elias Murray back deep to receive now for the Dobson Mustangs. And preparing to kick it off for the Perry Pumas, it'll be number 16, Christian Wolf, the senior. So glad you joined us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Should be a great night of high school football. Ball fielded at the 10-yard line. Here come the Dobson Mustangs. Crossing the 20, room to run. Into open field, across midfield, and here he goes. He's off to the races. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. The Dobson Mustangs have opened the ball game with a house call for the return man.
That is number 18, Deshaun Shepard, the senior wide receiver, also plays free safety. What a great job of Shepard fielding that kick and finding the lanes that, with his vision, he's able to move and follow his blockers. His blockers open up the holes, and with his vision, he sees those holes, and it goes exactly where he wants to go, and he's right down the field, and before you know it, he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Great job of Dobson getting a start off with special teams.
Unbelievable job. It's 6-0 Dobson here early in the very first of the quarter.
Well, if you're Dobson, that's exactly the way you want to start off. You want to start off on the positive end of the scoring. You want to start it off 6-0. So why not get your special teams out there? Why not get a burner like Deshaun Shepard who can take the top off of a special teams unit, which he did just right there, fielding that kick from Christian Wolf and taking it all the way back for a touchdown. Gets them off to a roaring start, a few of the Mustangs. Fantastic start. Again, for a team that's 0-3, they needed a spark, and that's exactly what they got from number 18 on special teams. What a fantastic run back. Or did it get wiped away? It got wiped away because of a penalty.
Dobson hands it off now. This is Jay-Sean Kinney out near the 20-yard line.
So they wiped that
Correction.
away?
That is indeed. That's Alan Wallace, excuse me. Wallace with 205 yards on the season so far, averaging 6.8 yards a carry, 6.8 yards a tote, along with 1 touchdown. A gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 now. Dobson comes out 2 by 2. Legs in the shotgun. He looks to throw, swings it out in the flat. It's complete at the 20-yard line. And on the stop for the Perry Pumas, number 24, Gage Hatch. And that was a nice stop on the edge there for Hatch.
Yes, it was. Great job of Hatch, as you mentioned, getting out to the edge and making that stop. Just pursuit to the football, pursuit to the player who had the football. That was his job. His one job is to get to the football, the person that has it, and stop it. That's exactly what he did. Great job by Gage.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 8 here for the Mustangs. Possession play. 2 by 2 on the outside now for Legg. Shotgun snap. Tries to complete it on a crossing route. It falls incomplete. Intended target that time was Nathaniel Hummel, the 5'11 senior.
But jumping in the way, that was the defensive end, Aiden Herring, getting in there, 6'3", 255 pounds. So great job of him using every inch of his frame to get up there, jump in front of that passing lane, and force the incompletion.
So now the Mustangs will punt it away here. Back deep to receive for Perry. It'll be number 4, Jackson Young. A high end-over-end kick. Fielded right in the middle of the Dobson logo, and he is smashed right there immediately as he catches the football. An unbelievable stop that time for the special teams unit of Dobson. One more look at it right here.
Well, Dobson couldn't get it all. They couldn't count Deshaun Shepard's run back for the touchdown, but they'll count that play on special teams, JP. So that's how you make it up. You kick the ball off, and then you get down there with spectacular special teams coverage, and you make the stop right there at the point of where the ball was received.
So now the Perry Pumas will go to work from their own 47-yard line. We're scoreless here from Dobson High School in Mesa. Jack Ammer in the shotgun now at quarterback. 6'2", 200-pound senior. They hand it off, going straight up the A-gap and rumbling down near the 40-yard line. That is Don Tinsley on the carry, the junior for the Perry Pumas, and that was a nice gain on the play there for Perry.
It was. Credit that offensive line for creating that hole right up there, as you mentioned, right up the A-gap, and Tinsley saw that. He saw exactly where he had to run. That was the space that the defense was going to give him because his offensive line made that push, and number 20 got those yards. Good job, number 20 on the run.
Ball at the 41 now. Perry hands it off, coming near side. And that is Zach Wolter, a 5'9", 125-pound junior on the carry there for Perry. He picked up about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 upcoming here for the Pumas. Ammer's going to keep it himself. Little read option. He's out into the open 20, 10, 5, and Jack Ammers into the end zone for the touchdown. Unbelievable scamper there from the quarterback. And once he got to the outside that time, Ed, he was as good as gone.
That little move he made on Tyler Paczesny was a phenomenal move. He just kind of shook him right there, and Paczesny had nothing to do. He couldn't make that tackle because of the little move that Ammer made, and that let him go up to the races. Great job there to see that number 39 was coming up to him. He knew he had to make a move to get away from him. He made that move on the fly, and that allowed him to get free and get that touchdown. Great job by Ammer.
So a little swinging gate right here for Perry. They're going to pitch it. And into the open field he goes, and he's stopped short there by the Dobson special teams unit. Don Tinsley was the intended ball carrier, trying to get it across the line there for Perry. Unsuccessful. Our score, 6-0, the Dobson Mustangs, or the Perry Pumas leading the Dobson Mustangs. 9 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Let's step aside and take a short timeout, and we'll come right back here on the Epic Sports Network.
Calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We welcome you back to Mesa Dobson High School, Dick Palace Field. 9 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. After a failed two-point conversion, the Perry Pumas lead 6-0. This ball fielded on the far side. And out across the 10-yard line, it goes Elias Murray. Once again, that Perry special teams unit coming up big right there on that one.
And that's exactly what you have to do. You've got two deadly players back there, Elias Murray, Deshaun Shepard. We saw what he did in that first drive. Although the run back did not count on that kickoff return, it still lets you know that those two young men are deadly back there. So absolutely phenomenal job by Perry's special teams to get back there and make the stop.
My bad on that one right there. We'll get back to the main shot here. There we go. There we go. First down and 10 now as the Mustangs once again have possession. 2-by-2 on the outside now for Jordan Legg. They give it on a quick hitter, trying to go to the other side, and that Perry defense right there penetrating that defensive line and getting the stop.
I like the way this Perry defense is playing so far. Both defenses are coming out strong so far, setting the tone as far as their part of this football game has to go. So let's see if they can continue to play at that level.
A loss of 3 on the play. Second down and 13 now upcoming here for Dobson. 8:15 and counting here in the first. One receiver out wide to each side for Jordan Legg. He claps the hands, puts it in the belly of Alan Wallace, and Wallace gets about a yard, maybe 2 on the play, almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Oh, let's take a look at Wallace. He's hobbling off. Sure, the training staff will look at him.
They will no doubt take a look at number 1.
So replacing him, JP, number 39, Tyler Pagzesny. He's a running back, a 5'11", 195-pound sophomore.
Sophomore coming in there and doing some duty now for the Mustangs on 3rd and long. Possession play here for Dobson. Jordan Legg claps the hands. Very decisive. He goes far side with it. It's complete. The ball's ripped out. It's picked off there somehow by number 12. That was Eugene Osei Mensah for Perry, and somehow he got it out there on the edge. One more look at it right here. Just took the ball right away from him, Ed.
He did. That was Brody Shaughnessy that caught the ball, and somehow he didn't really fully catch it. He kind of caught it, and it kind of flip-flopped around. He didn't really get full possession of it, so the ball was up in the air. So that allowed Mensah to catch the football because it was in the air. He was in the right spot at the right time, intercepted the ball, got a return. Phenomenal stop there for Perry. Great turnover. They have got fantastic field position right now.
Split backs now for Jack Ammer on 1st and goal. 2 receivers to the near side. He's going to swing it out in the flat. The ball falls incomplete. It's finally blown dead. The intended target, Don Tinsley, and that was almost a live football right there. It was very close to being a backwards pass.
And sometimes they say the easiest catches are the hardest ones to make, JP. Tinsley was out there wide open, and that was just it was a tough catch for him to throw. I mean, Ammer put it right on them. It's just Tinsley could not bring the football in. Yeah, sometimes those ones when you're wide open and you know it's just you, that is a hard football to catch.
2nd down and goal here for the Pumas. A high snap, and he gets tripped up on the edge by his offensive lineman. That was Zach Walter on the carry. And unfortunately, out on the edge, big Noah Watson got that big left foot in the way there, and the running back just tripped right over it.
I mean, Watson was doing his best to block so the running back could get it, but Little did he know he was going to trip up his running back as he was trying to do his job.
And, hey, Watson did a great job of swinging that rear end around and getting exactly around like he was supposed to. Unfortunately, that foot just got in the way. 3rd and goal here for the Perry Pumas. Ammer now rolls out to his right, fires to the end zone, and it's complete for the touchdown. Jordan Kimling on the reception that time for the Perry Pumas. Another look at the touchdown strike right here from Ammer.
Kimling could not have been more wide open there as Ammer just looks around the field, surveys, and he sees Kimling out there on the right side of the end zone, wide open. Easy touchdown pass, about as easy a touchdown pass as Ammer will ever find as a wide receiver. His wide receiver, number 13, was open. Ammer to Kimling.
12-0 Perry now with the PAT pending here. Ryan Mortensen on for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is through. Our score with 6 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in our first quarter, the Perry Pumas 13, and the Dobson Mustangs 0. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here for more Thursday Night Football.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path,
we welcome you back to Dig Palace Field here in Mesa. Our score, the Perry Pumas 13 and the Dobson Mustangs 0. 6 minutes and 34 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. So glad you joined us this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Fantastic having a full crew here with us tonight. Ed, Chris, and his daughter Christina helping us out, and then Alexis Weissar doing a great job up top, bringing you the pictures here tonight from Dobson.
What that lets you know, and it shows you that the Epic Sports Network is growing, JP.
It is. It is indeed. That one trickles out of the end zone. That was Deshaun Shepard back there deep to receive it for the Mustangs. So now the Mustangs will go back to work from their own 20-yard line, trailing 13-0.
Well, if you're Perry, you couldn't have started off much better, JP. You get a touchdown, then you get an interception from Eugene Mesa that sets them up in great field position, and Perry takes full advantage of that as Ammer throws a touchdown pass, and he gets a touchdown pass to number 13, Jordan Kimling, again putting them up 13-0. That puts him in great position right now with an early 13-0 lead.
So Dobson breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top now for Jordan Legg. He's deep in the shotgun. He's got Alan Wallace now back into the ball game. He's flanked to his left. He sends a receiver in motion on 1st and 10. High snap. They put it in the belly of Wallace. He's off and running. And he is stopped on the play there by number 9, Aiden Herring. A flag on the play. Illegal shift is the call. That'll be assessed to Dobson. They sent a receiver in motion, and unfortunately, I believe he bent too far towards the line of scrimmage. So they called that an illegal shift. So that'll back the Dobson Mustangs up 5. It'll be 1st down and 10 now from their own 15.
And they'll call that pretty much 9 times out of 10, JP. If you do that and the referee see it, you're going to see that laundry come out.
It's coming out, ready or not. 3-by-1 on the outside now for Jordan Legg. He's got Alan Wallace in the backfield. 1st and 15. Play fake. He tries to find the receiver in the flat near the 20-yard line. That was Blake Cameron, and unfortunately, that one falls incomplete. And this is going to be 2nd down and 15 now for the Mustangs.
And that was good coverage by C.J. Montoya, the cornerback right there, to stay with Blake Cameron. Of course, it was a little bit of a timing issue. They couldn't make that completion from Legg to Cameron.
Three receivers to the far side now for Jordan Legg. Alan Wallace gets the call. He runs straight ahead, crosses the 20-yard line, and he is almost back to the original line of scrimmage On the stop that time for the Perry Pumas, that was Chris Kalu, 6'3", 210-pound defender there for the Pumas.
Chris Kalu, and also, yeah, it was Chris Kalu. I thought Kyle Bartnick was out there. I thought that was actually Aiden Herring, number 9.
Back down to the original line of scrimmage now are the Mustangs. 3rd down and 10 possession play here for Dobson. Little bit of a jumbo package here now on 3rd and 10. Leg gets the snap. He goes to the air with it, and it's too tall. His intended target was Brody Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy, 6 receptions, 53 yards on the season, and the 6-foot senior was unable to catch up to that one.
Yeah, but it was just too high and too far. Even if Brody Shaughnessy was 15 feet tall, I don't think he would have caught that pass, JP.
He would not have.
No, that was way over his head.
So a penalty flag assessed to Perry here. That's going to give some free yards to the Dobson Mustangs and an automatic 1st down. So you got to be happy about that if you're Coach Gottsel.
Oh, sure, because your offense was backing up because of penalties, and you couldn't really convert anything right there. So you'll take free yards any chance you can get, especially when you're down 13-0 this early in the game, James.
Absolutely right. 1st down and 10, Mustangs now from their own 35-yard line. So glad you joined us here this evening. Don't forget, stay with us. Following tonight's ball game, we will award the Epic Wings Player of the Game. We'll get that gentleman up here in the booth with us, get him on camera. Alan Wallace now making his case right there as he rumbles across the 40-yard line. Stopped on the play there by Jordan Kimling, and that was a nice tote there.
It was just a strong piece of running on Alan Wallace's part. Right up the A-gap. He sees the holes again that his offensive line, his big guys up front are creating those spaces for him to see and get through. And what he does, he just uses his athletic ability to get through those holes and get that 1st down.
So a nice gain on the play, 8-yard pickup there for Wallace. Here's 2nd and 2 now for the Mustangs. Under 5 minutes to play in the quarter. Wallace runs into his offensive lineman, comes near side across the 40. Finally brought down there by a host of Perry Puma defenders, led that time by Bo Hall.
Well, Wallace is taking a pounding so far, isn't he, JP?
He is indeed.
He called to come out on that play, so number 39 is going to come back in there for him, Tyler Paczesny.
And I've been trying to find number 10, Jay Sean Kinney down there. Had any sign of that young man?
No.
Interesting. Leg goes back to work now. 3rd and 2 here for the Mustangs. He fired it far side. It's incomplete. His intended target was once again Brody Shaughnessy. And in coverage there, ball hawking for the Pumas was Gage Hatch.
Give Perry's defense credit, James, because they are muddying that front line where the quarterback is trying to get the ball to, where Jordan Legg is trying to make the ball to. And even when he tries to get the ball out, their secondary is where he is trying to get the football to. So you got to give this Pumas defense credit so far. They are playing up to their task tonight.
They are indeed. Back deep to receive for the Pumas, it'll be Jackson Young. They get the punt away, but he's ran into the kicker, so we'll deal with the penalty flag after the return. Here goes Young to the far side. He's got room to run. Crosses the 40, 45, 50, 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, 5. He's into the end zone, but unfortunately it's all going to come back on the penalty flag, and now we have another flag there in the end zone. So we will have to sort that out here momentarily. Let's take another look at that last play right here.
That's a shame because that is a fantastic run back for a touchdown that's going to, as you mentioned, get wiped out because of the running into the kicker penalty. They'd be roughing the kicker.
And there you see the other penalty flag come in, so we'll see if that's against Dobson. If so, could be an offsetting type situation. We'll have to see what happens right here.
Oh, yeah, right. It very well could be that.
The early indication from our AIA officiating crew is that this one is on the Perry Pumas. We will await the official word from Joel Holmes. Sticking to my papers up here, Ed.
It's a little muggy up here.
Running into the kicker against Perry. Dead ball foul against Perry as well is declined, so they'll accept the running into the kicker penalty, which should be an automatic first down, and it is.
Yes, it is.
So once again, the Dobson Mustangs keep the drive alive here courtesy of a Perry penalty.
Wow. And just think, Perry could be up 19-0 right now were it not for that running into the kicker penalty.
It's costly.
It is.
Absolutely costly.
Mistakes at this level of high school football, at the 6A level, whether you're going from 1A to 6A, wherever you are, I don't care what conference, what division, what section you're in, mistakes like that are a no-no.
Yeah, you just can't do it.
You can't do
Those
that.
are drive extenders when you're on defense. They're
Yes.
drive killers when you're on offense, drive extenders if you're on defense.
Drive killers and momentum killers, too.
Yes. First down and 10 now for the Mustangs from the Perry 42. Right in front of the broadcast booth here. Jordan Legg goes under center.
James, that was Tyler Pagzesny who took the handoff.
Pagzesny once again in there for the Dobson Mustangs.
And again, phenomenal job of Perry, again, just creating a mess where Pagzesny was trying to run the football. He's trying to get through, and all you see is a sea of white jerseys.
A pile of humanity.
Yeah, a pile of humanity, a sea of humanity, if you will, just impeding his progress as Pagzesny is trying to run the football. All you see is Perry Pumas jerseys all over the place, the white jerseys that these young men are wearing.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 here. Dobson in their blue pants, black jerseys, blue numbers trimmed in white with white hats. Here goes Jordan Legg trying to make something out of nothing, and riding him to the Dobson High School turf is number 63, Michael Keller. But a nice effort there from Jordan Legg. There was nowhere to go with the football.
No, right. Again, credit Perry's defense, credit that secondary for covering his wide receivers. Anybody he's trying to get the football to is covered. So all he could do is tuck and run the football, Jordan Legg. By the time he was able to get a yard or so, he was swallowed up.
Big-time play right here for the Dobson Mustangs. The ball sits just at the tip of the nose of the new Mustangs logo there on the field, Ed. And I tell you, this is a beautiful-looking facility.
Oh,
here
it is phenomenal. It is spectacular.
The Perry fans traveled well over here from Gilbert as well. Great to see them in the crowd. A little blitz on there from the Perry Pumas as Jordan Legg tried to connect with Alan Wallace, but the ball falls incomplete. Had a little double A-gap blitz on that time, did Perry, and they came through there unabated to the quarterback.
Yeah, that was the blitz that forced Jordan Legg to throw the ball a little bit high. Alan Wallace was running, so if the ball was a little bit more accurate, he would have caught the ball in stride and would have been running. He would have gotten tackled because there was, again, a host of Perry Pumas defenders around him, but the ball was just a little bit too high for Alan Wallace to pull in. Even though he was trying to make an acrobatic catch, he couldn't make it.
Now back deep again once again for the Perry Pumas is Jackson Young, and we saw what he did last time. That one takes a Perry bounce. A little sandwich there, finally lays dead at the 15-yard line. Our score, 13-0 here. Perry over Dobson, 2:02 remaining here in our first quarter. We'll step aside and take a brief timeout and come back.
Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least GEICO makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Yeah. Welcome back to Dobson High School. Perry Pumas now are off and running 30, 40, 50. Will they catch him? They finally run him out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and that is Ryder Brown with an amazing run there for the Pumas.
On the Perry roster, it says Ryder Brown is the quarterback, 5'9", 150-pound junior. Boy, if he's a quarterback, that's a good-looking quarterback right there who's got that kind of ability and that kind of athleticism to run the football like that. Great job by number 10 getting that run.
No doubt. You
Break
bring
it
in
off.
a little bit of a wildcat there, I think is what Coach Ortiz was doing there.
Yeah.
And that young man was just about off to the races.
Break it off, Mr. Brown.
Big first play there for the Perry Pumas. First down and 10 now from the 35. Ammer's going to run it himself. He pitches it out. And with room to run out on the edge, cutting it back upfield at the 25-yard line. A nice gain on the play there for Maddox Ford. And one thing about these Perry Pumas, they like to spread the football around.
They do. They'll use everybody on their roster that's available. If he's got two working legs and two working arms and a brain, which all these players do, then they're going to put him out on the field and put him and use them to their fullest advantage.
Get a hat on that young man. I tell
That's
you,
right.
Perry's got about 7 pages of players here
I
on
know.
the roster.
I printed it out yesterday. I was like, my gosh, there's 4 or 5 pages of players.
Unbelievable. 1st and 10 now, Pumas from the Dobson 25. Ammer checks his sideline, and they will go back to work here on 1st and 10. Fires, it's complete at the 20-yard line. Andrew Guild on the reception, the senior for Perry, and a nice job hauling that one in right there for the senior.
Yeah, James, you're not lying. They love to spread the ball around. Every player that's on this roster that's available, they're going to get the ball too. They're going to scheme it up properly and just run plays. That's exactly what Joseph Ortiz, the head coach, and his staff just come together because they know they've got a bevy of talent on this football team and going to use all of them to their fullest advantage.
An absolute bevy. Split backs now for Ammer on 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the top. Bootleg, he rolls out to his left. Comes back across the field. It's well defended there by the Dobson Mustangs. The intended target for Perry was Jaden Barth. And on defense for Dobson, batting that one away was Blake Cameron.
Yeah, that was great coverage by Cameron. He was actually triple covered, the wide receiver was, but Blake Cameron was the one that came up and skied up and kind of knocked the ball away and deflected it away. But great job by that secondary of Dobson covering that wide receiver, not allowing him to get that touchdown catch.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now for the Pumas. 2 receivers to the top. Split backs once again for Ammer. He's going to keep it himself. And he's out near the 15-yard line. Finally brought down on that play by Sam Stopka, the 5'10", 200-pound sophomore for Dobson. And that was a nice play off the edge, running that quarterback down.
It was for Stopka, but Ammer, just with that little move he did again to shake Steve Harris, number 8, and just get those yards, that's pretty impressive for a quarterback to be able to maneuver like that and just shake a human being like the way he did.
Very impressive. We've reached the end of our first quarter. Our score, the Perry Pumas 13 and the Dobson Mustangs 0. You're watching Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back to Mesa right after this.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. We're ready for our second quarter of action. Perry Pumas on top 13-0. 3rd down and 10 as we resume play. Jack Ammer in the shotgun. Don Tinsley gets the call. He goes off right tackle across the 10-yard line, stumbles a little bit, and finally falls down to the turf just short of the 5-yard line. Tinsley on the carry that time for the Perry Pumas. And a pretty nice pickup there. It looks like about 8.5, almost 9 yards on the play.
That was a good run there by Tinsley, also aided by number 29, Maddox Ford. I was watching that young man, the junior, out there blocking and just allowing Tinsley to get those extra yards. I love when wide receivers turn into blockers. They turn into extra offensive linemen out on the edge, allowing Tinsley to get those extra yards.
Team players, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Perry now gives it once again. This is Tinsley, gets the call. He's down near the goal line. The ball comes loose. And they say he's down, but it looks like he's down short of the goal line, right down to the 1. So let's take one more look at it right here if we can. That was pretty close, and Dobson did a good job there right as he approached the goal line. Almost knocked that football loose.
They did. Of course, Blake Cameron, number 7, the cornerback for Dobson, comes up with the football. But they still give it back to Perry.
Back to live action. 1st and goal now from the 1, and whistles and no flags, but whistles on the play. And it looks like a timeout called by the Dobson Mustangs, so we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You're watching Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily.
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa. First and goal, Perry Pumas from the 1. Ammer's in the shotgun. Don Tinsley. Tinsley's going to get the call once again. He plunges his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Don Tinsley right there getting it done and trucking the defender there at the goal line to finish it off.
Yeah, offensive line, left tackle, left guard blocked and cleared that opening for Don Tinsley. All he saw was end zone. Easy touchdown run for Tinsley, aided by his offensive line and his ability to get into the end zone once that line in that space was clear for him.
On for the PAT now, it's Ryan Mortensen. Mortensen swings the left leg through, and it is up and true. Our score, with 10 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in our first half, the Perry Pumas 20 and the Dobson Mustangs 0. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here for more Thursday Night Football right after this.
Earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
Welcome back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa. The Perry Pumas on top of the Dobson Mustangs 20-0. James Poobie coming to you live here alongside my partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, let's talk about the road to tonight's game here for both these squads. 3 games played so far here coming into tonight.
Dobson 0-3, the home team, looking for a victory. Perry 2-1 on the season. They're 2-0 on the road. Road Warriors looking for their 3rd victory of the season. Went to Las Vegas early in the season, beat Spring Valley 19-14. The following week they beat Desert Vista 28-7 on the road. So they're pretty good on the road so far this year.
They are road tested indeed, and the return man stepped into the end zone, so it's a touchback, and that is Elias Murray. So the Mustangs will go back to work here, trailing 20-0 from their own 20-yard line, and we'll see if Jordan Legg and the rest of the Mustangs can kick this offense into gear.
They're going to have to. Down 20-0. It's a kind of I don't know if it's desperation mode this early in the game, but you're down 20-0. You've got to get something going offensively. You've got to drive the football down the field if you're Jordan Legg and get your guys into the end zone. You've got to get something, whether it's 3. 3 is a moral. You'll take 3 at this point just to get something on the board to get some momentum going offensively.
You got to get something up on the scoreboard, as we saw a few weeks ago there out at Eastmark between those ALA Gilbert North Eagles and the Eastmark Firebirds.
Yeah, you remember that game?
At Eastmark a couple hours ago, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
5 wide receivers now for Jordan Legg on 1st down and 10 from the 20. Shotgun snap, the pressure comes. He goes to the air with it. The shot is taken, and it's received at the 42-yard line, and boom, right on the play. That is Blake Cameron on the reception there for the Dobson Mustangs, and that was a nice pitch and catch.
Jordan Legg saw the pressure coming from Gage Hatch coming on his right side, the middle linebacker, so he just lofted the football up into the Mesa Knights. And eventually it came down in Blake Cameron's hands, and he caught the football. Fantastic job of Legg seeing that pressure, and he was able to get rid of the ball and make that completion to his wide receiver.
We are just south of Guadalupe Road here in Mesa. A brand new field here for the Dobson Mustangs this season. It is beautiful. The cheerleaders are out in force. The band's out. It's a festive night here. It's a little still and sticky outside, but not quite as hot as it could be, I guess. Right, Ed?
Mm-hmm. It could always be worse.
It could be worse. 49-yard line is the place for the Mustangs. Here we go on 1st and 10. Legg is going to roll out to his right. He fires. It's complete at the 46-yard line. And a little run after the catch right there for Brody Shaughnessy. And Shaughnessy with a nice reception for the Mustangs, and that will be a Dobson first down.
Okay, I see what they're doing offensively. Legg is getting it together. He's getting his momentum together. His offensive line's blocking for him. For the most part, he's making completions to Cameron and Brody Shaughnessy. So I like these two straight completions that Dobson has made so far. It's got their momentum going offensively. Legg has to continue this pace.
It's all about building that confidence, right? Every first down gets you just a little bit more confidence.
That's right.
First and 10 Mustangs now from the 38. Alan Wallace is going to get the call, and he is dropped there before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Aiden Herring on the stop there for the Perry Pumas, and this guy is a complete game wrecker.
He is number 9 Herring, and also number 94 Chris Kalu, the outside linebacker. He's a 6'3", 210-pound junior. Both of those guys had to gang up and bring down Alan Wallace, but they got the job done.
Put down a TFL right there for Aiden Herring. 6'3", 255 pounds.
Some big fellas, huh,
Got
James?
a chance to visit with him during our schedule release show over there at Epic Wings back in June. That was a fun time.
Great kid.
Dobson goes to the air with it. It's nearly hauled in by Blake Cameron, but he just didn't quite turn around quick enough, and it falls incomplete. It'll bring up now a 3rd and long here for the Mustangs.
That's exactly what I was thinking. As I was looking through my binoculars, I saw that Blake Cameron. Oh, if he would have turned, you're right, Jim. If he would have turned a split second quicker, he would have made that catch. But he almost made a spectacular catch, even though he was off center. He didn't completely turn around quick enough.
It looked like he was looking for that ball outside, and it was coming inside just a little bit more than he thought. So,
but for his twitch ability to still be able to turn as quick as he did, even though he was not turned the right way, that's very impressive.
Impressive indeed. 3rd and 13 here. 9:28 remaining in the half. Penalty flags fly. This could be a delay of game. We'll see. It is indeed a delay of game, says Joel Holmes. Once again, special thank you to the AIA, Mr. Seth Polanski, always doing a great job getting us quality game officials. Always good quality game officials here for our Thursday night contests, and a lot more Thursday night games this season, Ed, because of the official shortage. So it's really turned into a thing.
It really has. The NFL does it, and they do it very well. So why can't the Epic Sports Network? Why can't this level of high school football take full advantage of a great night of football that is called TNF?
Absolutely right. 3rd and long now. They give it to Alan Wallace, and he's almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Stopped at the 40-yard line by Aiden Herring and among others for the Perry Pumas. And this defense for Perry is something special.
They are. All you see is white jerseys wherever the football is, wherever Alan Wallace or whoever gets the football. If it's Blake Cameron, if it's Brody Shaughnessy, whoever gets the football, you better best believe there's a Perry Puma or Pumas around where that guy is.
You got big number 94, Chris Kalu, on the defensive end there, 6'3", 210 pounds, manning that other edge there. Timeout on the field, 8:31 remaining here in the first half, 20-0 Pumas. We'll step aside and take a short timeout and come right back here for more Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix.
We welcome you back to live action here. The Perry Pumas and the Dobson Mustangs coming your way here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad you joined us this evening. 20-0 Perry. as they punt it back to the Perry Pumas, and once again the Pumas will go on offense here, and now Dobson's going to have to try to get a stop on them.
Yeah, that was a promising drive that started off so well with the 2 completions on the pass plays, but it just ended up dying because of a penalty and Perry's defense stepping up to the task and forcing a turnover, and their offense getting back on the field. Their defense looks really strong tonight so far, JP, Perry's defense.
It really does. Ammer gives it coming on a counter and just running his way through the Dobson defense is Maddox Ford, but we have a penalty flag on the play. That's generally in the area of holding. We'll see what the official ruling is here in just a minute.
And it is holding.
It is holding indeed on the Perry Pumas. So the Dobson Mustangs a beneficiary now, and we'll see if they can turn that into something else here on a 1st and long now coming up for Perry.
And that allows the defense for Dobson to kind of pin their ears back. Oh, it's 1st and 20, 1st and long. We can kind of let loose a little bit now defensively because we've got some real estate to work with. They've got 20 yards or more. They've got to be able to complete. So now we can get on them now.
That's exactly right. Just don't let anything get behind you if you're in the defensive backfield there for the Dobson Mustangs. Perry goes back to work now, 1st down and 20 from the 24. Here's Tinsley now with a little jump cut there near midfield. He's off and running 40, 35, 30. He's got one man to beat and catching him from behind, running him down. A very impressive run down there as well for the Dobson Mustangs. I believe that was number 6, Noah Gilreath, the sophomore, just tracking him down a la DK Metcalf right there.
What a fantastic run by Tinsley. He made it look so effortless when I was just kind of watching him, the way he was running, when he was able to get again through those holes, and he sees where he needs to run, where the defense is coming, where he needs to not go, where the defenses are, and he's able to just run and maneuver, get through that obstacle course of players on the other end from a defensive standpoint. He got him in great field position.
Ammer goes to the air. It's over the head of his intended target, Kyle Bartnick. And Bartnick, a big target out there for the quarterback. He's a senior, 6'4", 235 pounds. And that guy's got some size. That's a pretty big number 8 out there, Ed.
Cameron.
Man.
James, you know this is a big night when Cameron Cox is out here from 12 News.
Is Cam Cox out here?
Yeah, put your binoculars back out. He's out there in the corner of the end zone. Cam Cox is here. This is a big game.
This is absolutely a big game.
You see him all the way out there?
Now I do.
Yep.
Ammer fires far side. It's complete at the 10-yard line. On the reception, Jordan Kimling, and right in the direction of the aforementioned Cam Cox over there from 12 News.
That's our guy right there.
That's our guy indeed, fellow Gridiron Ed Doherty Award Committee member, Mr. Cameron Cox. 1st down and goal now for Perry from the 6-yard line. Split backs now for Ammer. He comes near side with it. He has a man. It's intercepted in the end zone. Blake Cameron ball hawking there in the end zone for the Dobson Mustangs. And just like that, the Mustangs show some life once again.
Bend but don't break defense. That long run by Don Tinsley ended up with nothing as Blake Cameron in the corner of the end zone. Skies up there, as you mentioned. Ball hawks, gets that interception. And, boy, Dobson needed that from a defensive standpoint because they were reeling.
Ammer was trying to find Jordan Kimling that time, and a great job there from Blake Cameron just jumping up and high-pointing that football right on time. That's his 5th interception of the season right there for Cameron. So now Dobson will go back on offense here after the touchback. 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Anything that Dobson can do to give them new life, and that's something that can give them new life. Let's see if Jordan Legg and his offense can take advantage of that.
He claps the hands, looks to throw, pumps once. He's being flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to go out of bounds near the 15-yard line. On the chase for Perry was Gage Hatch and big Chris Kalu. And I tell you what, that's a big Chris Kalu running that down all the way down the line of scrimmage right there.
And you think that Jordan Legg did not feel him coming behind him? He did not feel number 9 and 94 on the back of his neck. Hit the hairs on the back of his neck had to have been raised because 2 guys were chasing him, James.
It's that quarterback clock that goes off in their head, Ed. They can feel it. They know exactly
Of
when
course.
that pressure's coming, and they know they got to get out of there and get out of there now.
Yep, he feels those guys behind him. He's like, oh, got to go.
A flag assessed to the Perry Pumas will give the Dobson Mustangs a 1st down and 10 now at their own 30-yard line. So once again, Dobson, free yards here. Can they take advantage? An offside eye now for Legg. The ball hits the turf. Alan Wallace gets the call. And he is upended right there at the line of scrimmage by Eugene O.C. Mesa. And Mesa coming in there and just undercutting the running back.
Yeah, sorry, JP. And that really took Wallace out of the game. This is at least the 3rd or 4th time he's had to come out of the game. So that little bit of a low shot on his leg forced him out of the ball game.
It was a great tackle there on the edge.
It was.
And you mentioned Wallace coming out once again. Looks a little ginger there, maybe an ankle or lower leg, something going on. So we'll keep our eye on him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's taking a pounding so far in this first half, James.
And once again, they insert Tyler Pakzinski into the lineup. Jordan Legg completes it on a crossing route at the 35-yard line. And that was the speedy, once again, Blake Cameron with the reception there for Dobson. And Cameron coming up big here in the early portion of this one.
Oh, yeah. Catches, interceptions. Number 7's doing it all tonight.
3rd down and 5. A big 3rd down right here for Dobson from their own 35-yard line. They would love to convert right here.
Yes, that is a key to victory. If you can convert on 3rd downs on a consistent basis offensively, then you're going to have a good chance of being competitive in a football game.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 at the top now for Legg. They bring an extra blocker in to hold off Aiden Herring. The ball falls incomplete. The intended target that time was Nathaniel Hummel. And a great job in coverage there for the Perry Pumas applied by number 5, who unfortunately is not on the roster.
You would be correct on that.
So 4th down and 5 here for Dobson, and they're going to punt it away. Back deep to receive is the dangerous Jackson Young. A knuckleball trickles out of bounds near the 45-yard line, so the Perry Pumas will go back to work on offense here with pretty good field position, leading 20-0 with 5:29 remaining here in our first half. Now Dobson back on defense. They got to have another stop right here.
It is. It's interesting to see these last 2 drives where the offenses had golden opportunities, but the defenses came up strong when they needed to, and they shut down both of those drives. Interesting to watch this football game and how it plays out, right, James?
It really is. I mean, Perry has been held here in the last good amount of this quarter, but Dobson just can't seem to get it going when they get the opportunity. But a lot more football still to be played here. Perry now goes back to work from their own 49. And here comes Ammer. He's going to run it himself, making a move on a defender at the 40. And Ammer almost down to the 30-yard line. And what a scamper there from the quarterback. Let's take another look at it right here.
The patience of Ammer to go behind his offensive lineman. He followed number 70, Landon Sabetta. You saw him. He followed him. He kind of had him on his back. He was like, okay, you're blocking over here to my left. Okay, I'm going to cut back to the right. I love how he was so patient, followed his offensive lineman, and still got those extra yards.
Little hand check, just make sure which way he's going, and then you play off his block and keep running.
Oh, you're going to the left? Okay, cool. I'm going to the right.
Ammer now gives it coming near side for Perry is Ryder Brown. And Brown across the 20-yard line. He's finally dropped there by Dobson's Steve Harris. And Harris with 15 tackles on the season, 9 of those solo along with 6 assists. And a nice stop there from the senior.
It was. Nice stop, but an even better run by Ryder Brown.
Once again, Perry moves the chains here. 1st down and 10 Pumas from the Dobson 19. Ammer goes back to work. He's got Tinsley in the backfield. the wingback, Maddox Ford, goes in motion. This one's to Don Tinsley. He's going to make a move on a defender and into the end zone for the touchdown. Don Tinsley running that rock successfully once again for the Perry Pumas.
Just their running attack. That's their third rushing touchdown of the game. 2 by Tinsley in the second quarter. Of course, Jack Ammer had the first touchdown run to start the scoring, but that offensive line is strong for Perry, allowing Tinsley to get free like that. Just solid blocking up front, and Tinsley, with his running ability, allows him to get that touchdown.
Impressive performance here tonight so far for the Perry Pumas, and we're not done yet. 26-0 here with the PAT pending. Ryan Mortensen now on as Eugene Osei Mensah will hold it. And the kick is up and true. Our score, 27-0 Pumas. 4:23 remaining here in the first half. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here to Mesa for more Thursday Night Football right after this.
It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Oh, yeah, Tinsley so far, absolutely. Welcome you back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. Our score, the Perry Pumas 27 and the Dobson Mustangs 0. 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining here in the first half. Perry's going to kick it off once again to Dobson. Ball field at the 5-yard line. They come near side with it. And room to run across the 20, 25-yard line. Finally brought down near the 27. Elias Murray on the return there for the Dobson Mustangs. And pretty good field positioner to start this drive. Let's see if Jordan Legg and the Mustangs can get something on the board here before the half.
It's great to have good field position, but you have to take full advantage of it. I know we sound like a broken record that they've got field position and they need to take full advantage of it, but it's the truth.
It is the truth.
Yes.
You're right.
Get something before the half. You're down 27-0. You got to be able to take that 0, turn it into a 3, turn it into a 6, 7. Get something as you go as you get ready to head into halftime to make those adjustments.
No doubt Dobson will be taking some shots down the field here. Jordan Legg goes to work now. He's going to give it to Alan Wallace. He's got room to run off right tackle, almost out to the 40-yard line, 38-yard line to be exact. On the stop for the Perry Pumas, Jaden Kimling. And a nice rumble there for Alan Wallace. And it's great to see him back into the ballgame after leaving the field a couple times.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's a true warrior right there. Number one, Alan Wallace, he got banged up. He's been, again, out at least 3 or 4 times, but he's back in and he's continuing to fight for his football team. I love the fight and the grit and the determination of Alan Wallace to not give up even though he's banged up.
Legg goes to work on 1st and 10. Alan Wallace, once again, now he's out the gate on the far side. First down and then some. Across the 45-yard line, finally ridden out of bounds on the far side by Perry's Julian Diaz. And we have a penalty flag late in the play. Nice tote once again there by Wallace. Oh, man, he is really finding his groove here in this second quarter.
Yes, he is. We talked about the amount of yards he had against Fairfax last time out, 162 yards rushing and a touchdown. So this is something that he can do on a continual basis if Alan Wallace stays healthy.
And there's no foul as they pick up the flag. So we play on here. The ball spotted at all the way down to the 31-yard line for the Dobson Mustangs. And I tell you, Ed, they're getting closer and closer to pay dirt here. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Now this is big number 8 into the ball game. Steve Harris getting the call that time. 5'11", 175 pounds. Running behind the pads right there was Harris. and a nice pickup for the Mustangs.
I'm just trying to look. I see Alan Wallace on the sidelines. He's holding his helmet. He's walking. He's got some Gatorade. So we're just kind of monitoring him to see what his health situation is like. So it's good that they can substitute guys like a Steve Harris in there to give Alan Wallace a break.
Harris comes in and pays dividends right away. A gain of 5 on the play. Make it 6. 2nd and 4 here for the Mustangs. Drops back to pass. He goes to the air. And Jordan Legg has it into the end zone for the touchdown. Brody Shaughnessy on the reception for Dobson. And a beautiful touchdown and a beautiful pitch and catch as well from Legg to Shaughnessy.
Yeah, great job by Legg, getting the protection from his offensive line, taking the time to see Shaughnessy. And he was double covered, but Shaughnessy was able to get behind that double coverage, and a great throw by Legg to get beyond that double coverage and lay the ball in the basket. That's how you say it, right? Ball in the basket. Okay, or bread in the basket. However the ball in the football in the basket.
You call it what you want. Jordan Legg was dropping a dime on that one.
Yes,
right
that
there,
was a
my man,
dime.
because that was a beautifully placed football in between 2 defenders.
Yes.
That really had Shaughnessy well covered there. Rolling out to his right, the 2-point conversion is no good. Our score, and the Dobson Mustangs able to get something on the board, as we talked about just a moment ago, Ed. 2:54 remaining here in the first half. 27-6 Pumas. Will step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here for more Thursday Night Football right after this. Stay with us. Oh, you're okay.
You for everyone.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa. 27-6. The Pumas on top of the Mustangs, and it was great to see Dobson get something on the board there before half. We'll see if they can carry that momentum now with a little bit of time left here still to play in this first half.
Yes, but it was imperative that they got on the scoreboard. They could not have went into halftime with nothing, because the adjustments are different now.
Yes.
Because you actually have 6 points as opposed to 0.
Big time difference. Don't forget to stay with us. Following the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll present the Epic Wings Player of the Game and get that gentleman up here in the broadcast booth and visit with him for a little bit. That one trails into the end zone for the touchback, so Perry will start this drive from their own 20-yard line now, leading 27-6. Next week, Ed, it's the game of games in Ahwatukee. It's the Tukey Bowl. The Desert Vista Thunder at the Mountain Point Pride will be out there next Thursday night. We'll be on the air at 6:45 p.m. for the 26th edition of said Tukey Bowl, and this one should be a good one. High-powered offense with Mountain Point, a great defense and offense as well with Braxton Thomas at quarterback there for Desert Vista. It's going to be an exciting one. We're back to action here now. The Perry Pumas and Don Tinsley off to the races.
Actually, that's Maddox Ford.
Correction,
James.
that was Maddox Ford on the carry there. Correct there, my mistake. So Ford moves the chains once again now for Perry, and they are off and running here in this drive.
It's understandable. Sometimes that 9 can get kind of crunched and it looks like a 0. I'll just kind of back you up. And
I appreciate that. You got my back, Ed. I can't ask for much more than that, right? Here goes Ammer. Now he's going to run it on an option. He pitches it out to the outside, and very close to the line to gain goes Ryder Brown. He might have had it. It's going to be very close.
If you're Perry, if you're a Perry fan, you've got to love the running attack they have with Don Tinsley, Ryder Brown, Maddox Ford, just guys that they can insert in the lineup to be behind Jack Ammer and just run the football at a very consistent high level.
A 9-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 1 here for Perry. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top. They go back to Tinsley. He runs through traffic across the 50 and finally bottled up there by a host of Dobson defenders, but not before he carries the pile across the 40-yard line. Stopped that time by Abdul Chase, among others, for Dobson. It took about 16 Dobson Mustangs to get down Don Tinsley on that play. My goodness.
Even though 16 guys couldn't bring him down because he kept charging his legs, and he wanted more yards, and he wanted more, James, and he got it.
He did indeed. Back to work now goes Ammer. It's complete on the near side to Jackson Young. And Young ridden out of bounds there by Matthew Chacon for the Dobson Mustangs. And Perry just moving those chains right now, Ed.
Yes, I like the mix of run and pass, primarily the run because they've got such a strong running attack. The aforementioned running attack, we talked about the play before. Strong offensive line, really good running backs, really good quarterback that can run the football as well and make things happen offensively.
Ammer somehow gets out of trouble and completes the ball out across the 20-yard line to Kyle Bartnick. And Cameron on the stop there for the Dobson Mustangs, but another nice chunk play there, if you will, for Perry, and they're really going with some pace here. Don Tinsley gets the call. He's got plenty of room to run on the outside. A great block on the edge there out near the 10-yard line by Jackson Young. And Perry just carving it up right now against this Dobson defense. Timeout on the field.
Yeah, that running attack is so strong. Again, credit this offensive line for Perry. The strength of the offensive line. Those guys up front are making it happen. Landon Sabetta, Noah Watson, Lucas Latorno, Marco Bannon, guys like that are just coming in and just blasting that defensive line of Dobson, allowing that running back or running backs to get free and get yards like that, like Don Tinsley just got.
Tinsley is running rampant here tonight for the Perry Pumas. 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining here in our first half. So glad you joined us this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Apologies for the voice difficulties I'm having tonight, trying to work through that as I have some sort of little head cold or chest cold or something going on here this evening, but we'll get through it nonetheless. Perry on top, 27-6 as we approach halftime. Don't forget to stay with us after the conclusion of tonight's game as we will award the Epic Wings Player of the Game.
I know it's early, but I've got some votes. I have an idea of who I would pick for the Epic Wings Player of the Game.
There are a couple early candidates for sure. Ammer goes back to work now on first down and goal. They come back near side with it. Room to run and into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Ryder Brown. And Brown doing a great job right there for the Perry Pumas. And they just increase the lead now here with just over a minute to play in the half.
Increases it with their fourth rushing touchdown of the game, Ryder Brown, to go along with 2 touchdowns by Don Tinsley on the ground and a Jack Ammer touchdown run. This offense is pretty potent, James, and they are rolling. If you can run the football like this on a weekly basis, this Perry team is going to be deadly. If they stay healthy and run the football like this and continue to hammer defenses like this, they're going to be a viable football team come playoff time.
Absolutely right. On for the PAT now is Ryan Mortensen. We have a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. It looks like against the Perry Pumas. So it looks like that will be assessed probably on the kickoff.
I would think so.
They'll bank that, as we say in the IFL.
James, how'd that ring sizing go the other day, buddy?
It went great, my friend. I learned that typically your right hand is half a size bigger than your left hand. Because
that's what mine was.
Your muscles are. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Interesting.
As we went and got sized for our championship rings for the Indoor Football League National Champions. Folks, we got 104 left to go. Perry Pumas up 34-6 in complete command so far. It has been that running attack from Perry that has been so strong today. Again, 4 rushing touchdowns, 1 by Jack Ammer, 2 by Don Tinsley, just now Ryder Brown with a touchdown run to make it 34-6, make it a 28-point lead for Perry as we head toward halftime. Just been a dominant performance for the Pumas, offensively, defensively, to hold the home team to just 6 points, and again, to rack up 34 points. This offensive line for Perry has been magnificent so far. They've aided this running attack, which is a strong running attack. That's why they're 2-1 so far, because they can run the football on a consistent basis, and this defense is opportunistic. They go after you. Don't they, James? They go after you. I know it's a little hot out here. 104 toward the half. We'll see what kind of adjustments that Dobson makes at halftime, being down 28 points. Bill Gottsel, the head coach for the Dobson Mustangs, we're going to have to take his guys in the locker room, James, regroup, and try to fix this thing.
Make no mistake, Ed, they will make the necessary adjustments and try to come out at halftime a different team.
I sure hope so. For their sake, I really hope so.
Nice crowd on hand here tonight.
Got some confusion on the kickoff return there, James. That's number 15, Elias Murray, returning it back for Dobson. Gets a good return.
Brings it out to the 30-yard line.
Not a bad return for them. Sets them up in good field position. We talk about the field position, James, and how important it is. We've said it all game long. Now, with 104, exactly 55.9 seconds left for Dobson, can they drive it down the field? Can Jordan Legg move his guys down the field and get another score going into the half? Because that will really alter the game plan for them as far as adjustments. If they can get a little bit closer before the half, that would serve them really well.
You would have to think they got to take a couple shots here. 55.9 seconds remaining in the half. 2-by-2 on the outside now for Legg. Alan Wallace in the backfield. Wallace gets the call on a counter. They come near side across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Stopped on the play by big Chris Kalu. And I tell you, if it's not Aiden Herring on the stop, it's Chris Kalu on the other end.
It is 9-94, making plays all night, James.
And then Colton Swanson just sits right there in the middle and denies everything trying to come up those A-gaps. And there is Swanson right on cue.
Yeah.
Tackling Alan Wallace for a no gain on the play out back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, those young men are forces, James. You've got 9-94 coming off the edge. Those two defensive ends. Wow. No wonder why it's hard for this football team to run the football or do anything offensively if you've got that kind of pressure crashing around you if you're Jordan Legg, because you've got those guys coming after you full force.
We've reached halftime here at Dobson High School in Mesa. Our score, the Perry Pumas 34 and the Dobson Mustangs 6. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come back here for a little halftime festivities here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least GEICO makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
It's halftime here at Dobson High School. The Perry Pumas on top of the Dobson Mustangs by the score of 34-6. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Bill Gotzel of the Dobson Mustangs a little bit earlier today. Let's take a look at that interview, and then we'll come back here on the Epic Sports Network with more halftime for you.
I'm visiting here with the head coach of the Dobson Mustangs, Mr. Bill Gotzel. Coach Gotzel, thank you so much for taking the time today. We're looking forward to the game tonight against the Perry Pumas. You guys are hosting for Military Appreciation Night and First Responders Appreciation Night as well. Talk about the mood of the ball club going into tonight's contest.
You know, we're excited for this game. The boys are always excited when you guys come out, so it's always a good atmosphere for that week. We're trying to get things figured out. We've stumbled a little bit the last couple of weeks, but the spirits are high. Kids are still in the right frame of mind. It's just coming about fixing our mistakes and getting better every week.
You kind of took the words right out of my mouth there, Coach. You guys have been pretty close. That first game against Tucson, only an 8-point deficit, and then a 1-point loss to Betty Fairfax. You talk about cleaning up the mistakes. What else is it going to take to get the Mustangs over the hump there?
It's got to be. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. All three games, I felt we were the better team. In the Tucson game, we scored 5 to 6 times we had the ball. Or sorry, not 5 to 6 times. Over the 3 games we've scored 5 almost every time. We've been very productive on offense. Defense, we're just having some struggles learning the new defense a little bit. Because we're switching from a 4-3 last year to a 3-3 stack, which is a big change for our kids. So it's been a little bit of an adjustment. The big thing is not. I kind of compared ourselves to the Broncos the first week with how they kept shooting themselves in the foot, and kind of in the second game too. We can't get out of our own way, and once we learn to play crisp, clean football, I think good things will happen for us. And that's been a big focus this week, is just focusing in on the small things, not jumping off sides, not holding, not being downfield on a pass block, doing little things like that can be drive killers.
And Coach, final question for you here. What have you seen from the Perry Pumas on film? What challenges do they pose to you guys?
They're big, physical. I know on the offensive side of the ball, we have to know where number 9 is at all times. And then number 8, the other defensive end side is no slouch either. So we've got our work cut out for us, especially at the tackle position with those 2 D ends. They're going to be physical and fast. So we have to make sure that we're sound in our game plan, and we're going to try to neutralize them as best we can so we can be successful. I think our skills match up fairly well with their skills. The big thing that I see from them is their size and their physicality. So we're going to be tested there very, very, very quickly.
And Coach, what does it mean to you to host a night like tonight where we pay tribute to the first responders and our military who, let's face it, give us the rights to do what we're doing here this evening?
It means a lot. Most of my family is either military or law enforcement, so it means a lot to me to try to honor those families. My father was in the Air Force. My grandfathers were Marines. My uncles were Marines. I have other uncles that were prison guards and policemen. So, it means a lot to me. And we have a lot of our young men that go in to the military after playing football here. Just recently, we last 2 years, Damon Duarte went on to the Marine Corps. Taylor Jones from last year, one of our football player wrestlers, he's in the Marines and just graduated boot camp. So it means a lot to me and to my staff to honor that. And then, I know Perry and are big in supporting the military. That's one of the reasons we selected them as, we wanted to do this game with them, because I know that their fans are going to honor it correctly. And I know their players are going to honor it correctly. So that, it's hopefully we put on a great show, and these people that come out to the military and first responders, they enjoy their show and have a good time.
Well, Coach, credit to you. You talk about Damian Duarte, just one of the solid kids that's come through the Dobson program there over the past few years. And credit to you as well for really shifting the culture there off of Guadalupe Road and really getting these guys to buy into what you're doing there for the Mustangs. And things are going in the right direction for sure. Thank you so much for taking the time. And we look forward to the game tonight against those Pumas.
Awesome. See you in a couple hours.
Thank you, buddy.
Always great to visit with the head coach of the Dobson Mustangs, Mr. Bill Gotzo. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here for more Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network. We got about 7 minutes until the second half commences. We'll be back right after this.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least GEICO makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. Our score 34-6. The Perry Pumas leading the Dobson Mustangs. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in our halftime period. Ed, if you're Coach Gotzel in those Mustangs, you're on the whiteboard in there right now. What are you drawing up for these guys?
You are just drawing up plays that can actually work on offense and defense. You've got to be able to get Jordan Legg out there. Clearly, you're down 28, so you've got to get your offense moving. You've got to get some scores, and you've got to get them fast. And if you get scores and you get them fast, your defense has got to come back out and do whatever you can to stop that running attack, because it has been the running show for the Perry Pumas. They've got 4 rushing touchdowns, 1 by Jack Ammer, 2 by Don Tinsley, 1 by Ryder Brown. So they've been able to run the football at will. That offensive line is very strong, aided by Landon Sabetta, Noah Watson, Lucas Latorno, Marco Bannon, and others. That offensive line is really strong, and that allows this three-headed monster running attack by Perry to do what they've done. Again, to the tune of 4 rushing touchdowns and 34 points.
Don Tinsley has been nothing short of impressive here tonight. for this Perry Pumas team, and he is really, just like you said, running behind those big offensive linemen, and he's got the patience. He lets the play develop, and then when he needs to hit the hole, he hits it and hits it fast.
Yep, and back to Dobson. There's no need for panic. There's 24 minutes of football. You've got a third and fourth quarter. The game's not over. Yes, you're down 28 points, and you can't get 28 points back in one drive. You've got to take it play by play, take it down the field. Of course, Perry gets the ball to start the second half, so it's going to be the onus is going to be on the defense for Dobson to get a stop right here, find a way to stop this attack by Perry, because the attack has been near flawless in the first half. You got to stop them defensively. You've got to make plays, get your offense back on the field, and just take it play by play, drive by drive, and see what happens. We saw what happened a few weeks ago when. Who was it? ALA Gilbert North was up. They were up big at the half,
23-6.
And guess what happened?
They came back and won the football game.
Eastmark came back and won that game. Yes, they did.
They did.
So it's possible.
Anything is possible. It was great to see Dobson get on the board there at least before the half ended, get something on the board there before the half. That way you got something to build on in that locker room. And, the running game has been pretty good for Dobson tonight. Alan Wallace, although he's left the field a couple times with a little ankle or something going on there, he's been pretty productive tonight. And I'd like to see them get the ball outside and go to the air a little bit more with Jordan Legg, but he's got to get the receivers open because Perry's doing a great job at covering on the back end as well.
Yeah, and Jordan Legg's got some good wide receivers. He's got Blake Cameron, who's made quite a few plays tonight. Brody Shaughnessy's back there. Steve Harris came in place of Alan Wallace when Wallace has been banged up, and he's been in and out of the lineup. So it's just a matter of continuing to play and execute your game. If you're Dobson, you cannot, again, do not panic. Do not think the world is coming to an end because you're down 28 points and going into the third and fourth quarter. There is time, but the time is of the essence. You've got to score, and you've got to stop Perry.
There is time indeed. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in our halftime period. We'll step aside and take another short timeout and come right back here for more epic Thursday night football right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. 34-6, our score, the Perry Pumas over the Dobson Mustangs here at halftime. The Dobson Mustangs back on the field, and Perry's just trotting back onto the field now themselves. They'll have another 3-minute warm-up period here, and then we will start half number 2. Don't forget to stay with us following the conclusion of tonight's ball game as we will present the Epic Wings Player of the Game. A couple candidates on tap right now. We'll narrow those guys down as we go throughout the second half.
Yep, there's a lot of football left to be played. So the guys that I'm thinking of, James may be thinking the same thing, folks. If you're, I know you're watching, you may be thinking the same thing I'm thinking, or the same thing that James is thinking. But that could change. There's a lot of football left to be played. Again, 24 minutes of football, a third and fourth quarter. A lot of things can happen. Tides can change. Momentum can change. The score can change. That's why it's beautiful. 4 quarters of football, anything can happen.
And Dobson gets the football for the second half, so that's an automatic advantage right there. And they would love to come out here and maybe even put together a nice little sustained drive at and keep this Perry defense on the field for a little bit and maybe get them a little bit tired.
Ideally, that's what you want to do if you're Dobson. Wear that defense down, get a score, and that'll change things.
That should indeed. We're about ready to go here for half number 2. Stay with us. We'll be right back for that second half kickoff right here on the Epic Sports Network coming up in just about 1 minute.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
Welcome back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa. Our score 34-6. The Dobson Mustangs trailing the Perry Pumas. We're about ready for half number 2. James Poovey coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, looking for another good second half of action here. We'll see if the Mustangs can turn the tide here on these Perry Pumas.
Yes.
That's what it's going to take, right?
Yes. It's going to take an epic effort.
It is.
On
yes.
on the Epic Sports Network, presented by Epic Wings, for Dobson to come back and be victorious.
All kinds of epic going on here tonight, my friend. We are so glad to join us here this evening. Make sure and get it on YouTube there, get in the comments, and let us know where you're watching tonight's ball game. We'd love to hear from you.
That's the beauty of YouTube, James. It is really literally a worldwide audience.
It is worldwide, and this game is also available on demand for all eternity, which is great news. Right?
Yes. Through the power of technology. Isn't technology great when it wants to work?
You got to love it. When it works, it's fantastic. When it doesn't work, it's one of the most frustrating things ever. But it's job security for all the IT guys, so that's okay.
And that's you.
Yes.
Oh.
Getting a shout-out over the PA there as well. Fantastic stuff. Thanks to all of our people over at Epic Wings for sponsoring Thursday Night Football this season.
And, James, how great is it for Chris Ramirez and his lovely daughter, Christina, to be here, and our phenomenal cinematographer, our award-winning cinematographer. Yes, Miss Christina, you're killing it, girl.
Yes, you're doing a great job. These guys helping us out tremendously here tonight. And as always, Alexis doing a great job up top, providing a fantastic view of tonight's action as the Dobson Mustangs take the field and get ready for half number 2 here. Back deep to receive for the Perry Pumas, Jackson Young, and the very dangerous number 5, who unfortunately is not on our roster, but he had a nice chunk there earlier for those Pumas. And Jordan Legg will use his leg and kick this one away now for the Dobson Mustangs.
Not a bad kick either.
Great kick down to the 5-yard line, fielded there by number 5. Comes near side across the 20, 30-yard line, finally ridden down to the turf there by Brody Shaughnessy out there doing some special teams duty now for the Dobson Mustangs. So beautiful field position to start our second half here for the Perry Pumas from their own 34-yard line. First down and 10 for quarterback Jack Ammer.
Very nice field position for Ammer and his offense. The importance of special teams in a football game, James. Field position, proper kicking, proper extra points, proper field goals, proper positioning when you're on special teams, when you're fielding and trying to stop the opposition on special teams. It is critical to a team's success.
It is indeed. Ammer now goes to work from the shotgun. He hands it off and into the defensive backfield in a hurry for a big-time TFL is Matthew Chacon right there for the Dobson Mustangs. And that was a fantastic defensive stop there for Dobson.
It was. Great job by Chacon getting back there and stopping number 29, Maddox Ford. That's a good way for the defense to start it off with a TFL, tackle for loss.
They go back to work on second and long and complete the ball out to Andrew Guild. And that was a nice reception there from Ammer to Guild. An outstanding reception for Perry, and they move closer to the line to gain a pickup of 8 on the play. 3rd down and 2 upcoming here for the Pumas.
That was a very nice pickup considering they just lost yards on the previous play. So any yards you can get back off that TFL, that's a success.
Ammer now from the shotgun. He's going to give it to Tinsley, and this defense for Dobson has come to play here in half number 2. That was big 64 just penetrating himself through the defense, Derek Hernandez. And nowhere to go with the football that time for the Perry Pumas.
That's what you need to do if you're Perry. If you're Dobson, you've got to swarm to the football and double team guys. Derek Hernandez, also number 5. Marion Carson was also in there. So great job if for Dobson to get this stop right here.
Going to the air, it's complete to number 3, Andrew Guild. And just like that, the Perry Pumas on the hunt once again. We'll take one more look at the previous play right here.
Interesting. So the running game gets shut down for a few plays in this initial drive. So Jack Hammer goes back to the air, completes a pass to Andrew Guild, which shows the versatility of this offense. So if they get shut down on a few plays via running, then Jack Hammer will just sit back there and throw the football, makes a completion to Guild, and gets the ball down the field for a long completion. As Perry continues to move the ball on offense, James.
1st and 10 now from the 37. Ammer works out of the shotgun. He goes backside on a counter. And off to the races on that one right there.
That's number 29, Maddox Ford.
Maddox Ford.
For this running game, James, it really is plug and play. It's whoever you sit back there behind Ammer and hand the ball off to. With that strong offensive line, the power that they possess on the front line, and their ability, and then the ability of the running backs to do what they need to do once that offensive line creates what they create for them, they just work in harmony. This is a very good offense.
Indeed it is. Back to work now. Go the Perry Pumas on 1st and 10. Ammer's going to keep it himself. A little RPO, makes a move on a defender right there. And Jack Ammer just works his way down across the 5-yard line. What an unbelievable job. Just making people miss, Ed, out there in open space.
It is the little moves that Ammer has done all night to shake these defensive backs, all these defenders that's coming up on him. He just shook Marion Carson with a little bit of a move, just a little stutter step. And what could Carson do? Kind of shook him out of his cleats a little bit there, allowing Ammer to get those extra yards.
There could be a loose cleat down there on the field. We'll have to verify that somewhere. But that was some excellent shiftiness there from the quarterback.
Just a tiny move.
1st and goal now for the Perry Pumas.
The tiniest moves, James.
Play fake. He fires over the middle. It's complete for the touchdown. On the reception for the Pumas, number 8, Kyle Bartnick. And one more look at it right here. A beautiful pitch and catch there from Ammer on the play fake right into Bartnick.
Ammer just sits back there. His offensive line, again, doing what they've done all night long, allowing him to have that kind of time to find number 8, and he just fires the football. Pitch and catch. That's how you run an offense.
On for the PAT now. This will be Logan Chapin. Chapin swings a leg through, and this one is blocked. I'm not sure if there was a whistle on the play. Steve Harris on the block that time for the Dobson Mustangs. And they turn away the PAT. Our score 40-6 here with 8:39 remaining in the 3rd. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back for more epic Thursday Night Football right after this.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
We welcome you back to live action here from Dobson High School. The Perry Pumas on top of the Dobson Mustangs, 40-6. A high end-over-end kick. It's fielded at the 2-yard line. And a little bit of a return there for Elias Murray. Stopped on the play there by Jordan Kimling for Perry.
Kimling and about 4 of his other brothers kind of swarmed on Elias Murray right there.
Gang tackling at its finest there, applied by the Perry Pumas. They play really good special teams as well, these Pumas.
And that is the cliff notes for tonight, James. The ability for Perry to run the football, and their defense, as strong as they are, they swarm to the football. Their special teams is strong. So far, very few cracks in the armor if you're the Perry Pumas tonight. They've been able to do whatever they want, run the football at will, throw the football clearly, as Amherst throwing 2 touchdowns tonight, and their defense is strong.
Jordan Legg hands it off to Alan Wallace. And no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 now upcoming here for Dobson. Clock runs with 8:10 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
When do you think they'll start moving with an act of desperation, James?
I think it's going to have to be right now.
It has to be right now.
2nd and 9 here for Dobson. Legg is in the shotgun. He's got Wallace behind him. He claps the hands. He gives it to Wallace. He goes up the middle of the field, runs up that B gap, and he is finally brought down there by Perry and number 63, Michael Keller. Keller with a nice job on the stop right there for the Pumas. And it's tough sledding down there right now. They picked up 1 yard on that play, so 3rd down and 7 upcoming possession play right here for Dobson, and they have got to convert.
Remember when I said I use one tackler and then I'll use the host of others? I could rewind and play that over and over every single play for Perry's
defense.
defense.
Just record that soundbite, right?
Yep, and just run it every time.
Run it. That'd be a little bit easier, wouldn't it?
That's what they're doing every single play. They just swarm to the football. It's not one guy. It's 4 or 5 different guys.
It's rinse and repeat for this Perry defense.
Yep.
Coming out here tonight in the gray pants, white jerseys, blue numbers, trimmed in red with blue hats. Majority of the guys wearing white socks and white cleats tonight for Perry. Jordan Legg drops back to pass. He escapes the pressure and climbs the pocket. Slides down feet first at the 19-yard line. Stopped on the play by Caden Kern.
Nice job by Legg of avoiding that would-be sack. There were at least 2 or 3 guys back there in the backfield. He saw the pressure, and he just stepped up and ran until he saw number 44 in his way, and he just kind of laid down. He just kind of slid to the ground. He knew that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm just hitting the ground because I'm not letting 44 hit me.
Not going to happen. 4th down and 5 here upcoming for Dobson. They're going to punt it away. Back deep to receive. It's Jackson Young. Want to get me one of those cough buttons, Ed?
I may have to let you use mine.
Young fields it at the 48.
Good coverage.
And covered very nicely there by Brody Shaughnessy, among others, for Dobson. And that was a great special teams effort there for the Mustangs. No gain on the return for Perry.
Brody Shaughnessy, also number 56, Sam Stopka, also back there. Very solid special teams coverage to bring down Jackson Young.
Ball rests at the 47-yard line of the Dobson Mustangs. Perry will go back to work now, leading 40-6. 6:03 remaining here in our 3rd quarter. The 2nd half moving along pretty quickly. Ammer now goes back to work. He sends one in motion. He's going to give it on a sweep. Out the right-hand side goes the ball carrier. And that was Julian Diaz. Stopped on the play there by Abdul Chase for Dobson. A pickup of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 here upcoming for Perry. One receiver to each side now. Dual wingbacks in the ballgame. They come near side with it. That is number 5 on the carry for Perry.
It would be nice if we knew his name so we could give him credit.
It would be very nice, but I do know who stopped him. That is number 64 for the Dobson Mustangs, Derek Hernandez.
At least we got one name of the
One out
play.
of two's not bad, right, Ed?
It really isn't.
I'd be an all-star if I was playing baseball and I got 1 out of 2.
You'd be a Hall of Famer, wouldn't you?
That's exactly right.
You sure would be.
If I got 1 out of every 2 in baseball, I would definitely be a Hall of Famer. 3rd down and 3. Possession play here for Perry, and this Dobson defense starting to stiffen a little bit. Ammer goes out the far side with it. He's got room to run, and he gets the first down right there for the Perry Pumas. A nice carry there for Ammer, and let's take another look at it right here.
I would love to credit number 76, whoever that is on the offensive line, but he's not on the roster as well. But his solid pancake block off the edge allowed Ammer to get around there because 76 was right there affecting the defensive end that was trying to come around to get Ammer. So number 76, great job on your effort, your achievement, and also Ammer as well.
Back to work now. Perry goes from the 35-yard line. They hand it off, coming near side. This is number 5 once again. He's got room to run and into open field and into the end zone for the touchdown. Number 5 on the touchdown scamper right there for the Perry Pumas. And we'll take another look at it right here. Once he got up to that second level, it was nothing but green grass and end zone.
Yeah, James, there's nothing you can do about it. Again, this offensive line for Perry is so strong, and they are just destroying the defensive line and anybody else that's coming after. Defensive line, linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties, whoever comes at them, they are just blowing them off the point of attack, blowing them off the line of scrimmage. And once number 5 gets the ball, his speed and his ability to get around to the side and get free like that, these kinds of plays happen when you've got that strong offensive line and running backs that can do this.
You talk about that offensive line, that's all where it starts for this Perry Pumas football team, and these guys really firing off the football right now here in this third quarter.
Number 60, Tanner Schultes. Number 65, Gunnar Phelps. Number 70, Landon Sabetta. Number 71, Noah Watson. Number 72, Lucas Latorno. Number 75, Marco Bannon. These are just some of the guys that are making it happen tonight for the Pumas.
Some of the dudes, as we like to say,
they
for
are
the Perry
dudes.
Pumas. 47-6 our score, 4:35 remaining here in our third quarter. We'll step aside, take a brief timeout, and come right back for more Epic Sports Network's presentation of Thursday Night Football. Stay with us.
For decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8.
We welcome you back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. The Perry Pumas all over the Mustangs, 47-6, 4:35 remaining here in our third quarter. And now the Mustangs will go back to work trying to get something else on the scoreboard here before we approach that running clock situation, which we're knocking on the door of right here.
We're getting close. Folks, if you're just joining us, it is the Perry Pumas running show. That's their 5th rushing touchdown. Jack Ammer's got a touchdown. Don Tinsley's got 2 rushing touchdowns. Ryder Brown's got a touchdown run. And, of course, number 5, if we had his name, we'd give him his name credit, his government name. We'd give him his props. But
we would. Indeed,
we would.
But right now he was simply number 5.
But a strong effort tonight on offense, defense, just all over for Perry.
Jordan Legg now goes back to work. He goes under center here on 1st and 10 from his own 20. They hand it off, coming back this way, and nothing doing. Colton Swanson on the stop right there for the Perry Pumas, and really nowhere to run with the football that time for Dobson's Elias Murray.
Yeah, Elias Murray had nowhere to go. By the time he got the handoff from his quarterback, Jordan Legg, number 90, and others were in the backfield to get him. That has been the storyline tonight, folks. one defensive player and others come around.
Among others, yes.
Yes.
And if you're the coach of, especially of Perry tonight, you got to love seeing that swarming defense if you're Coach Ortiz.
Yeah, James, the effort has been relentless tonight. I love their energy and their desire to get to the football and destroy anybody who's got it.
This Perry football team is going to be fun to watch here as we progress throughout this 2022 season. Far side, it's complete for the Dobson Mustangs. And that was number 7 on the reception, Blake Cameron. And he did a nice job of hauling that one on the far side right over there. Let's take another look at it right here.
We talked about the importance of getting Blake Cameron more involved. He made quite a few plays in the first half, an interception and quite a couple catches, some really nice catches. So to get Blake Cameron more involved for Jordan Legg, that's really important. Even though you're down 41 points, James, you still got to run your offense. You still have to do the things that are necessary to move the football down the field.
You do indeed. Third down possession play right here for the Mustangs. 2 receivers to the near side, 2-by-2 on the outside now for Legg. He looks to throw. No one's home. He wants to set the feet. And he is forced out of the pocket and finally sacked by Chris Kalu at the 10-yard line. And what a bear down play there from Chris Kalu, and this guy has been coming off the edge all night for the Perry Pumas.
Bear down, huh? You had to
like
get that in, didn't you?
You like how I did that?
I knew how you
that
did
was good
that.
stuff. I didn't even intend on that, but it just kind of came out.
It came out,
natural.
didn't it? Yeah, this secondary for Perry, that's why they got the sack. That's why he was able to get the sack. Chris Kalu was able to get the sack because Jordan Legg had nobody to throw to. They were totally blanketed and covered. By the time he was able to try to dance around in the pocket, sorry about that, James, he danced around in the pocket. He could only hold it for so long before number 94 got to him.
We have an injury timeout on the field, so we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You're watching Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. We'll be right back to Dick Palace Field in Mesa right after this.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa. The kickoff, or the punt, fielded there by Jackson Young, and almost a Houdini act there as he almost escaped the special teams unit of Dobson, but bringing him down quickly was Marion Carson. And now the Perry Pumas will go back to work here from the 46-yard line of Dobson, leading 47-6 with 2:13 remaining in the third.
That would have been a nice play. We talk about a Houdini act. That would have been good to put in that movie, The Prestige.
Yes,
if
it
you
would
could
have
have pulled that off.
And we now have a new quarterback in here for the Perry Pumas. That is none other than number 10, Ryder Brown, the 5'9", 150-pound junior, in at quarterback now for Perry and Coach Ortiz.
Brown has got a lot of work early in the first half. We talked about the running touchdown he had, and he ran a couple plays from the Wildcat, and he's gotten quite a few reps early in the game. And of course, he's in now a mop-up duty with his team up 41 points. There's no need to have Jack Ammer out there anymore.
There's not, and it's a great time to get some of these younger kids some valuable varsity reps, and that's exactly what Perry and no doubt Dobson will be doing here shortly as well. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. They hand it off now, coming near side with it across the 40-yard line. That's big Noah Pinkard rumbling across the 40 right there for the Perry Pumas. A gain of, we'll call it 7 on the play. Make that 8. 2nd and 2 upcoming here for Perry.
And they just roll in big guys. Noah Pinkard, also number 84. Roman Foster's out there, so they've got couple of tight ends out there, some big guys, as you mentioned, in mop-up duty. Give them some reps. Get them some time out there on the field.
Brown now from the shotgun. He hands it off going far side. And that's Julian Diaz. And Diaz loses a couple on the play. Stopped there by the all-world Michael Delegati for the Dobson Mustangs. 31 tackles on the season, 16 solo, 15 assists, and 5 TFLs, along with 3 sacks and 10 hurries for Delegati. This kid can play some football.
With those numbers, you better believe he can play some football.
I can't tell you how many times we called this name last year right here in this very booth.
Oh, almost every play on defense.
That ball almost squirted loose there for Perry. Somehow able to corral it was Maddox Ford, and he was forced out on the far side of the field after a nice loss by Abdul Chase. So Dobson, a little rise up on defense right there here at the end of the third quarter. And that was a great couple of plays that defense was able to string together right there.
Okay, just it's something you can build upon.
Sure.
You're down 41, as you mentioned. Get your guys in there. Get guys that you're kind of looking at, kind of see if they're viable, if you can use these guys moving forward. Put them out there and see what they can do in this kind of situation. No pressure. You're down 41. You know, you make plays. If you don't make plays, you still work on it. You got guys. Right. Just put them out there and let them run.
2-by-2 on the outside now for Jordan Legg. He fires out into the flat. It's complete. Dominic Contreras on the reception for Dobson. And a host of Pumas on the far side making the stop there for Perry. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 upcoming here now for Dobson. And we have a timeout on the field. Actually, that's the end of our third quarter. Our score, 47-6, the Perry Pumas over the Dobson Mustangs. You're watching Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back to Dick Palace Field in Mesa.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480.
We welcome you back to Mesa. Our fourth and final quarter underway now. Jordan Legg goes to the air. It's complete on the near side to Blake Cameron. And Cameron doing a nice job on the reception there. Forced out of bounds by Perry's Patrick Duffy. Legg with a very decisive throw on the edge there to Cameron.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Dobson, just continue to run plays.
C.J. Montoya also in there on the stop that time for the Perry Pumas. Ball sits at the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 2 here for Dobson. 2-by-2 on the outside now for Legg. He's under center. They hand it off to Wallace. He's got room to run on the far side. He runs off of a block from Brody Shaughnessy. And a nice rumble there for Alan Wallace on 2nd and short, or 3rd and short, I should say, and they move the chains to the Dobson Mustangs.
It is. Looks like Wallace is probably going to have to come off again. One of the trainers are with him, James.
So Alan Wallace now has the helmet off as he exits the field there.
It's been a tough night for him. He's ran the ball well, James, but he's taken a lot of punishment, a lot of hard hits tonight.
He has, but credit to him for keep gutting it out there, because there's a couple times where he came off the field where you thought maybe he won't be going back in, and then all of a sudden you look up, and number 1's back out there on the field. Jordan Legg gives it off to Steve Harris, and Harris has a lot of room to run there for the Dobson Mustangs out the far side, and that was a great carry there on first down.
And when it comes to Wallace, at this point you're down 41. Do you want to risk putting him back out there? No. Let Steve Harris and others go out there. We know what Wallace can do. He's run the football well. We know he can do what he does, but tonight is just not the night for him. His body is not allowing him to stay out there on a consistent basis, so just let him stay on the sidelines and just rest his body.
Wallace with over 200 yards on the season, averaging 6.8 yards a carry. Definitely a guy you do not want to put in any kind of dangerous situation.
As Steve Harris again takes the handoff from Jordan Legg as they inch a little bit closer toward the end zone.
Legg getting the call there from Coach Gotzel on the sideline. We mentioned it, a pretty nice crowd out on hand here tonight, especially for a Thursday night game, Ed. And a festive atmosphere at Dobson High School. Coach Gotzel really turning the culture around here over the past couple of seasons for this Dobson club. Second down and short here. A low snap. Legg is able to corral it. He's going to do it himself and slides down for a Dobson first down. A heady play there from quarterback Jordan Legg. Stopped there by J.D. Widman.
Just a bad exchange between center and quarterback, but as you mentioned, great job by Legg fielding the football, not panicking because the snap was low and he couldn't field it like quarterbacks usually like to field it. So he just gets it and runs and does what he can before Widman comes up and he just slides down and takes the tackle.
First down and goal now for the Dobson Mustangs from the 9. Alan Wallace back into the game. He gets the handoff. He weaves his way towards the end zone, and that was a beautiful run down to the 4-yard line right there for Alan Wallace. And this guy just – they just can't keep him off the field.
No. I mean, let's give him his flowers. The kid is tough. He's built for tough.
Yes.
You know, if we're doing a Ford commercial, he is built for tough. The kid just takes a beating, goes off on the sidelines, takes a break for a play or two, goes right back out there, and just execute. Just does what he does, which is run the football very well.
Like the old Timex said, he takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Second and goal here for the Mustangs from the 4. Legg under center. He hands it off to Wallace, bounces off an offensive lineman, and he's down near the goal line. Very close to the goal line goes Alan Wallace, and he sticks the football out there. You can see how close it is right there. One more look at the previous play.
I think Wallace bounced off of number 56, Sam Stopka, and he kind of ran right into his offensive lineman and said, oh, I guess I can't go that way, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to my left and try to do whatever I can to get a little bit closer to the end zone. So great effort by Wallace taking that initial shot from his offensive lineman and does what he can to try to get closer to the end zone.
Now Legg is down there, and he's going to do it himself. Into the end zone for the touchdown goes Jordan Legg. And we'll see if we can run that one back one more time as well. Great play at the goal line right there for Jordan Legg. And the Mustangs punching it in here with 8:23 remaining in the ball game. Just gets behind those big offensive linemen, tuck that football high and tight, and plunge his way into the end zone.
I do like the fact that Dobson continues to run their plays and never give up. Even though you're down 40-plus points, you're still going to run your offense. You're still going to do what you practice every single day of the week to get ready for a football game.
And now Jordan Legg on to kick the PAT here after scoring the touchdown. How about this? Up and in for Jordan Legg. And you got to love when you got yourself a quarterback that can not only run the football, throw the football, but, hey, I'll kick the PATs for you too as well, Coach. No problem.
Yep. If he's got that ability, let Jordan Legg do it all.
There you take another look at the PAT right there from the quarterback. 47-13 our score, 8:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And now the Dobson Mustangs will kick it away to the Perry Pumas. Back deep to receiver Perry. It'll be number 5 and Jackson Young.
Looking at Dobson's sidelines, the kids aren't hanging their heads, even though they're down 34 points. They just know they met a much superior, a much better opponent tonight.
Yes.
And Perry.
Perry has got it going in
Yeah.
all three phases of the game. You mentioned it earlier, Ed. These guys road tested, and they're proving it here tonight.
Absolutely. It's just like this. You have these kinds of nights when you're talking sports, whether it's football, any of the major sports or whatever sport you're talking about. You're going to have nights like this where you just meet your match and then some.
Yep. That's exactly what's happened here tonight for the Mustangs. They're going to kick it away now from the 40. Jordan Legg just says, you know what, I'm going to stay. I mean, he might even play a little defense here, Ed. We'll see. That one trickles out of bounds right about the 22-yard line. Make that the 25. It'll be first down and 10, Perry Pumas from their own 25-yard line. And we will see who they trot out here at quarterback momentarily.
Could it be Ryder Brown again?
It will be Ryder Brown. I see him on the far side over there talking with Coach Ortiz.
Yep, here he comes.
And here comes Ryder Brown. Nate Duerksen in at running back as well now for Perry.
Trying to see where Jack Amer is on the sidelines. His night is done. What a great night he had.
The snap gets away. They corral it at the 15-yard line. It's covered up, but a big-time loss on the play right there for the Perry Pumas. And that is not how you want to start the drive.
It's not. Great job by Julian Diaz seeing that the ball went over Brown's head, and he was quick to get back to the football, didn't try to do anything, didn't try to be Clark Kent, didn't try to go into the phone booth and put on his uniform and try to do something heroic. He got the football laid down and just ended the play right there.
A very heady play to cover that thing up and try not to make it any worse than it already is, right?
Exactly. Just live the play another down.
A loss of 20 on the play, 2nd and 30. You don't say that every day. And right into the teeth of the Dobson defense. And that is Maddox Ford on the carry there for Perry.
And guess who was on the tackle? That'd be one Michael Delegati, number 43.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
Adding to his total.
Who would have imagined?
On the season, and I believe that was also a TFL as well right there, Ed. So his 7th, I believe, now on the season for Delegati. 3rd and Tonopah right here for Perry. Ryder Brown sends them in motion. They go out the far gate with it now. And that is Nate Duerksen on the carry for the Perry Pumas. .640 and counting here in the 4th. It'll be 4th and very long.
Wow. Back to punt. Mr. Jack Amer is going back to punt.
4th and 35.
We talk about Jack Amer. Look who's out there getting ready to punt.
That is indeed Jack Amer back there to punt it away for the Perry Pumas. And back deep to receive the other 15, Elias Murray for Dobson. Look at Amer line that thing up and send it through the Mesa night sky.
Nice punt.
Oh, my goodness. It takes a Perry Pumas bounce. And you just witnessed Jack Amer punt the ball 88 yards, my friend. He kicked that thing from the goal line all the way down to the 12.
Wow.
How about that? A quarterback comes in and punts the ball for an 88-yard net.
I love that Amer and Jordan Legg, the two starting quarterbacks in this football game, can run, throw, and kick the football. That's an incredible talent for these young kids.
It's unbelievable. I don't think
it.
I've ever seen that in the same football game ever.
I love it. That's great. To see these young men with the talents that they have, James, it is simply amazing to see these young kids and what they're able to do.
It really is. It's astounding what it is.
It is. So impressive. I love it.
Dobson now goes back to work from their own 12 after the 88-yard punt from quarterback Jack Ammer. That is Alan Wallace, stopped on the edge there by a host of Perry Pumas tacklers. Led that time by Matthew Roberts.
Clock continues to run as we're under 6 minutes to go.
A loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11 upcoming here for Dobson. 5.5 to play here in the ball game. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's ball game here on the Epic Sports Network. Don't forget to stay with us after the conclusion of tonight's game. We'll award the Epic Wings Player of the Game. Get him up here in the booth to chat for a couple of minutes before we go off air. Wallace gets the handoff, a little jump cut, and he is met almost immediately by double nickels Kevin Shumway there for the Perry Pumas. A nice stop there in the open field there by Shumway.
Yeah, just looking at that play. So Wallace gets the ball, and you think he maybe get a few yards, and then all of a sudden you see this white jersey just come right into your view, folks. 55 just shoots the gap and makes that tackle. Great job by Shumway.
Excellent job keeping the shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, running flat down that line of scrimmage and making the stop. A TFL there for Shumway, and the Dobson Mustangs are facing a 3rd down and 13 here, deep in their own territory. Jordan Legg gets the shotgun snap, rolls out to his right, sets the feet and fires toward the 20-yard line. It falls incomplete. His intended target was Josh Swinson. So now with 4th down and 11, once again, Jordan Legg will retreat and punt it out of his own end zone. So we're trading punts right now here in the 4th, everybody.
We're trading kicks from quarterbacks.
Yes. Punts from quarterbacks even. Well, let's see what Jordan Legg can do now here from about halfway into his own end zone. You mentioned the talent with these guys.
Yeah.
It's simply remarkable.
It is.
As you see, Big 70, Israel Urias, excuse me. Timeout on the field called by the Dobson Mustangs. So we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. 4:18 remaining here in the 4th. We'll come right back to Mesa's Dick Palace Field for more Thursday Night Football right after this.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. The punt from Jordan Legg. Karam's out of bounds. And we have an injured player now, Matthew Chacon, out there for the Dobson Mustangs. So as players taking a knee, you see Coach Gotzel out there tending to his injured player, Matthew Chacon. So we'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here for more 4th quarter action right here from Mesa. Stay with us.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. 47-13 our score, 4:08 remaining here in the fourth quarter. So glad you joined us this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Don't forget, next week it's the Tukey Bowl, Desert Vista at Mountain Point, the 26th edition, and that one should be a dandy. We'll be on the air at 6:45 p.m. next Thursday night from Mountain Point High School in Phoenix. First down and 10, Pumas now on a counter with room to run. And into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Nate Duerksen on the run there for the Perry Pumas, and what a scamper on a backside counter play there for the Perry Pumas.
Yeah, fantastic run there by Nate Duerksen. Gets the football, gets the handoff from his quarterback, from Ryder Brown, follows his blockers, follows off left tackle and left guard. Those two offensive linemen open up that big hole in number 32. Once he hits that hole, he's got nothing but green grass until he gets into the end zone. Great blocking, great running, as it's been the entire story tonight for Perry.
53-13 now with the PAT pending. And on for that PAT now for Perry, this will be C.J. Snowden. Correction, Logan Chapin. Logan Chapin puts it up and through. And our score 54-13 with 3:59 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it right here. Like you said, Ed, if you're Dobson, you're just going to go back and look at the film and try to build off some of the positives that you had here this evening. And if you're Perry, I don't know if there's a whole lot of things you want to fix, because you're pretty much you're firing on all cylinders, if you want my honest opinion.
Yes, yeah, it was about as flawless a performance as you can get tonight. Offensively, again, this strong offensive line, those guys come in there and block, allows Jack Ammer and Ryder Brown, the quarterbacks, to execute, do what they do on offense, which is throw the ball, hand the football off to all of their talented running backs. And their running backs, you just saw right here, Nate Duerksen just gets a rushing touchdown. I believe that's their 6th rushing touchdown tonight. So it has been that kind of storyline, the ability of them to run the football at a very high level, and their defense plays also at a very high level.
They do indeed. They're suffocating on defense is what they are. And then this offense, I mean, you can't cover everybody, and you can't possibly figure out who's going to get the ball next for Perry.
Because when that offensive line holds that defensive line, and what can you do? You got a line like that you cannot get through. You can't penetrate there to stop those running backs.
Right.
And this kind of night happens if you cannot stop this offense.
That's exactly right. Perry will kick it away now, and it goes over the head of the return man into the end zone for the touchback. 3:59 remaining in the ball game, and Dobson will go back to work now from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, this will be some tough film for Dobson to watch, clearly. This will be a hard one to watch, but it's a tough pill to swallow.
Yep.
This is what happens. Clearly, this is not a section game, even though these are two 6A teams, but this is what you get at this level in the AIA. Really good football teams like this.
The Perry Pumas are very impressive here in the early going.
Absolutely. They hold on. This will be their 3rd road victory of the season. Road warriors they are indeed.
Road tested for sure are the Perry Pumas. First down and 10, Dobson now from their own 20. 2-by-2 on the outside for leg. He hands it off to Alan Wallace. And Wallace with a nice head of steam out across the 40-yard line, and Wallace just churning the legs, and it's just picking up positive yardage once again there for the Dobson Mustangs. This guy is fun to watch.
Yes, I love his determination. He continues to run no matter what the score is, no matter what the deficit is. If they're up, he's still going to run this hard. So for Alan Wallace to continue to fight this late in the football game with the deficit that they are in, it's admirable.
It is very admirable indeed, and the way that this Dobson team just continues to play is also admirable as well. First down and 10 Mustangs from the 39. 2-by-2 outside for leg. They hand it off on a quick hitter to Steve Harris, and Harris is tripped up almost immediately there by Perry's Trevor Lewis. Frankie Santos also in on the play there for the Pumas.
Yep.
And now, unfortunately, Steve Harris down on the turf there for the Dobson Mustangs appears to be in some discomfort. So we'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here to Mesa for more Thursday Night Football right after this.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa, the home of the Mustangs at Dobson High School, just off of Guadalupe and Dobson and Mesa. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in our fourth quarter. Steve Harris, the injured player on the last play, was able to get up. It looked like to be some cramping there, so they got that worked out. 2-by-2 on the outside now for leg. On 2nd and 10, they hand it off, and that is Adrian Cocomello right there for the Dobson Mustangs, and now some of these other guys for Dobson getting into the fray here on varsity.
Mm-hmm.
You love to see it.
Yep, you might as well throw him in there. Time's running out. This is it's a critical time for him, for the coaching staff, for Bill Gotzel and his staff to evaluate these young men. Put him in there now.
Cocomello with a 6-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 4 upcoming here for Dobson. 2-by-2 once again on the outside now for Jordan Legg. They hand it off. Going far side and getting blasted is Adrian Cocomello, and we have a new quarterback into the ballgame now for the Dobson Mustangs. This is number 12, Dylan Arambola. Arambola, 5'7", 155 pounds. He's a junior, the understudy, if you will, of Jordan Legg.
And I was wondering when they were going to kind of wave the white flag, and just bring out Jordan Legg. Again, no need to have QB1 out there.
Especially not since he does so much for your football team.
Yes. He did all he could tonight.
Jordan Legg taking that punt, pass, and kick seriously. 2-by-2 on the outside now. They hand it off. Running into the teeth of the defense there for the Dobson Mustangs is Jadell Neely. Jadell Neely. Scampering and for a 2-yard gain there for the Mustangs. 2nd and 8 upcoming here now for Dobson. 1 minute to play in the ball game. Don't forget to stay with us. Following the conclusion of this one, we'll visit with the Epic Wings Player of the Game.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering
yards at this point tonight for Don Tinsley. So we look forward to visiting with him after the conclusion of tonight's ball game.
Perry says they have the football. I believe they do.
Ball's on the carpet, and it does indeed go over to the Perry Pumas. Kevin Shumway in there for Perry. And they're going to go ahead and run the clock here, and this will probably just about do it. Under 20 seconds to play. 54-13 will be our final score. And so we will step aside here after the conclusion of this one and await the arrival of the Epic Wings player of the game, number 20, running back Don Tinsley for the Perry Pumas. One more snap here, it looks like. And they don't get it off. We've gone final here at Dobson High School. The Perry Pumas getting the win 54-13 over the Dobson Mustangs. And we mentioned it, Ed, it was a complete game for Perry in all three phases.
It really was, especially from the running attack for this football team. They've got 6 rushing touchdowns tonight. 1 by Jack Ammer, 2 by Don Tinsley, 1 by Ryder Brown, 1 by number 5, and 1 by Nate Dorkson. Just that running attack is going to be strong if this offensive line can stay healthy all year long. These running backs can stay healthy all year long, and they continue to execute like this on a weekly basis or as close to a weekly basis as possible, James. This is going to be an outstanding football team. They're 3-1. They've run their road record to 3-0 in the season. This is a really, really good, strong football team.
They're very strong and very fun to watch as well. Once again, the Perry Pumas getting the win here tonight, 54-13 over the Dobson Mustangs. We'll step aside and take a couple of commercial timeouts as we await the arrival of our Epic Wings player of the game, Mr. Don Tinsley. Stay with us. We'll be right back here.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix
10 seconds or 13 seconds. We
Thanks
welcome you
so
back
much.
to Dobson High School here in Mesa. We apologize. We had the audio muted, unfortunately.
Take two.
So we'll do a take two here of the post game. We're joined by the Epic Wings player of the game. Don Tinsley ran for 2 touchdowns tonight and over 100 yards. Talk about your offensive line and how they were able to pave the way for you tonight and really open those holes and allow you to run just downhill all night long.
Oh, let me turn you up. Hold on. There we go.
There
Go
we
ahead,
go.
Don.
All right. As you said, they opened up the holes for me to get to the touchdown, gain a lot of yards, and yeah.
Yeah, that offensive line. We talked about it before we were muted. The question we were gonna ask him was about that offensive line. That has got to be like for a running back's dream to have 5 guys in front that can do what they do. And then when you see those holes again, like I asked him before, your eyes have to have been big. Like, oh my gosh, I've got this wide lane right here. I can hit this thing. That's got to be like a running back's dream.
Yeah, it was amazing. You know, they're big, strong, open up the holes, like you said.
Good stuff. How is it for playing for Coach Ortiz? He's in his first year there at Perry, and what kind of culture has he established here in the early part of this 2022 season?
He's a great coach. He takes good care of the offense. He also helps out on the defensive side, and he keeps us in check.
And that defense, again, was strong tonight, only holding the home team to 13 points, and they were just relentless all night long. So when you're standing on the sidelines, Don, and you're watching that defense, you're like, oh, my gosh, they can make plays at any moment, and I could be back out on the field like you were a lot tonight.
Yeah. It's good watching my guys work, you know. The defense is pretty good.
Does it make you better as a player having to go up against these guys in practice every single day? It's got to, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yep.
Absolutely right. Epic Wings player of the game, Don Tinsley here. 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards on the ground tonight in a 54-13 win for the Perry Pumas. Thank you for joining us, my friend. We appreciate your time.
For take 2.
Yeah, for take 2, and hopefully it went better than the first one, right?
Yeah.
We'll step aside and wrap up the postgame here from Mesa High School. 54-13, the Pumas over the Mustangs. We'll be right back.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now.
We welcome you back to Dick Palace Field here in Mesa. Special thanks once again to Don Tinsley for making his way up here. He's the Epic Wings player of the game. A fine performance by him and the defense tonight. And we mentioned it earlier, Ed, Perry just solid in all 3 phases.
Yeah,
tonight.
4 quarters of football, ran the football extremely well. Their defense was maniacal. They were all over the field, and it was just another thorough performance on the road. Again, their 3rd victory in 4 games on the road, run their record to 3-1. This is an outstanding football team that's going to be strong if they can play like this on a consistent basis.
Next week, we will be at the 26th edition of the Ahwatukee Bowl between Mountain Point and Desert Vista. We'll be out there on the air at 6:45 p.m. next Thursday night. It should be a fantastic one for our camera operator, Mr. Alexis Weissar, our operational engineers here tonight in the booth, Chris and his daughter Christina. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole, I'm James Poovey saying so long. Everyone have a great night. And once again, the Perry Pumas getting the win here tonight on the road over the Dobson Mustangs by the score of 54-13. Everybody have a great night, and we will talk to you very soon.
Good night, everybody.